Hello. Hey everybody. Welcome. Happy 4th of July for the States. Hope everybody's doing good. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah. I didn't do much this 4th of July. I just chilled, cleaned the house. Yeah, just chilled. Didn't do much. Just chilled. Maybe did some errands. That's about it, right? Just chill, basically. I'm just updating my stream right now, and then we'll start. There we go. All right, so yeah, nothing going on I can think of. All right, cool. What we got? All right. I heard Extra Emily is unbanned supposedly after 24 hours supposedly. So let's see what they say. Let's check out massive day for the unemployed. Yep.
You can't make it up. She got unbanned after 24 hours for distracted driving on Twitch. Wow.
Oh, sorry.
Massive day for the unemployed. Extra Emery ult.
I mean, they also said, I think, what's it called? Asian Andy or whatever. He was saying that he got banned for eating chicken nuggets while he was driving 9 years ago. So he's asking to get unbanned now after all this. So it's a lot of drama going on. This girl she can't catch a break, man.
And apologize to the internet.
Oh, I was suspended 2 days ago for distracted driving, and I clearly understand.
Completely understand my f***ing balls. This is like the 3rd time she's been banned for the same thing since 2023. That's it. Drastic measures. You're banned from my local
Chinese
TNT.
Elon Musk.
Okay, ban the guy that just said weight maxing.
And why I was suspended, because it's very dangerous, and I want to learn from my mistakes and do better in the future. So from now on, I'm going to try to minimize the amount of driving that I'm doing on stream. And if I do drive on stream, I'm probably going to, I'm definitely going to have the chat off. And I just want to do better and not make the same mistake again and again.
3 strikes and you're out, lady. I know you don't understand baseball, but okay, sorry. No, but seriously, you can't even make it up. So
her first ban was October 13, 2023 for texting while driving, lasted 18 hours. Second ban, April 12, 2025. This one she ran a red light, running a red light while looking at her stream chat and lasted 24 hours. Third ban, June 29th, the times of India, 2026 for nearly causing a crash while looking away from the road.
All of her bans are for texting while driving, running red lights, and they're all like vehicle-related incidents.
So I do feel really bad for like being distracted and, you know, not being safe on the roads. And I totally understand why people are like, what the heck? Like, what is happening? But I'm learning from it, and I want to just do better and not.
She's learning from it, guys. That's good, right?
I won't be driving on stream for like at least.
This lady can do all this, but I drink 17 beers and the officers are mad at me for some reason. And that's the thing. This lady is a LARPer. She LARPs like this ditzy but in reality, she's actually very intelligent.
Graduated from Columbia with a 3.8 or 3.9 GPA.
She's a smart
girl.
girl.
Why are you streaming? Why aren't you just being successful?
Because I like streaming more. It's too fun.
Yeah, but you could have went to like an Ivy League, like, couldn't you have been something actually in the world?
Yeah, I had a job and then I got fired because I streamed during work.
This building ain't the only thing special. I can make all the jokes I want, but this lady brain.
I mean, but you gotta think about it. Would you rather be busting your ass, working at some, like, I don't know, corporate ladder, you know, dealing with bull crap, and then, or be streaming, which is, it's not easy, but it's a lot easier than working corporate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather be at home making video. I'd rather be paid doing this, right? Instead of waking up like early in the morning, going to work, driving to work, dealing with people. At least streaming, you can just get up. Like, I'm not saying it's easy, right? Because it's not easy, but it's a lot easier than getting up. It's a way easier than people who have to wake up like 5, 6 in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, go to work to do construction, get up hella early to, you know, get to work, have to drive. I mean, and you can make and in streaming, all you have to do is all I got to do is get up, you know, get ready, set my stuff up, and then, you know, and then be a character basically, and then make money from this. So I'd rather be doing this if I can make a lot of money doing this than have to work a regular job, because that's way harder, man, working a regular job. So of course she's gonna pick this. Come on.
Bogsby. I don't care if this gets me blackballed from ever working with big content creators.
How you gonna put Lakari? You said blackball, you put Lakari's bald head ass on there. Come on, man.
This person is 28, and I tried shooting them some mail, and it turns out this happened multiple times. Lord, if there's one thing I seem to constantly dislike, it's big streamers who put themselves first. You could just stop at streamer, bottom of the barrel, boo. YouTubers, mog. Anyway, let's get back to the point. Extra Emily.
Nader, thank you for the 200 bits. I mean, 200 gifted.
You're telling me she almost gets into a crash, comes back on stream, and some chud gives her like $1,000. Unbelievable. I'm doing the wrong thing with my life.
A driving portion.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, she made that money just by talking, right? Instead of being at work. So of course, streaming is way easier than working a regular job. Like, way easier.
Feel free to TTS some messages, and then we can yap through that, kind of like what we did in the Canada road trip. So,
look at her sub count going up every second. It's like Kai Cenat, except they're not bots from Turkey.
A good point that my friend brought up to me is like what I show on stream, like maybe I don't feel it, but sometimes I can be like a role model for people, right? And I don't want to be a role model for the wrong things.
Son, if anybody above the age of 12 looks at her as a role model, oh boy.
It's just tells me like things that I need to improve on as a person, and just don't make the same mistake in the future and be safe on the roads. So that's the goal. Yes. But yeah, I did a lot of nice thinking the past 2 days, and things need to change.
You don't have to change anything, Queen. Your haters, they're just incels. Now, speaking of incels, even Tectone chimed in. Can you imagine dying on the street because you got hit by a Twitch streamer reacting to a $2 donation? Twitch must ban streaming and driving.
Luckily, my Genshin Impact.
Here we go again. WestJet, you know, this with the Genshin Impact, which is fine, but I don't know. Does he play Genshin Impact? I don't understand.
Baddies aren't old enough to get a license, but at least they're fiction. Also, just in, go westjet.shop, buy the new official Jailtone merch, and use code TECTONE for 10% off.
$30.
God,
that's a lot.
I
That's
love
for sure.
anime.
Come on, man.
The best thing is 0% of the profits are going to Tectone, so go ahead, limited time only, guys. Log in. Zooey Mama, even the debunker chimed in.
This has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with the driving. It has to do with the reading the chat. That's the problem.
Definitely gonna have the chat off. I just want to do better and not make the same mistake again and again. So
this has been on for 3 years. Yo, chat. Okay, you know what? Chat, I'm just gonna accomplish it. Extra Emily driving. I'm just gonna type that. Let's see what comes up with it. Nearly causes a disaster. All right, driving recklessly.
She's done this before as well. She had a red light.
Yo, I pulled up a clip of my stream because I'm the only one who actually watches this. Chat, isn't that kind of sad? If I don't debunk it, nobody debunks it.
God, I want XQC to debunk her all over me. Huh? Literally, it ain't that hard, lady. Just don't read chat when you drive. Yeah, like straight up, suspended for breaking the law. Sad face.
This woman almost ended a family of 4 because she was reading chat.
All right, a family.
What is the guy wearing? It looks like he's like a little kid who wakes up, has messy hair, puts like the beanie on with the messy hair. Well, I guess he's a character.
Family of 4, let's chill out, guys. We don't know that she's just 40 teen. Okay, ain't no way she just said, yeah, I'll just drive less on stream. MF, just ban streaming and driving Twitch, period. Minimize. You don't deserve a platform. I'm not one to call for a permanent ban of somebody, but like, bro, you've had 3 chances to fix your behavior and it looks like it's not going anywhere. Also, I won't lie to y'all, I got a distracted driving ticket myself before for like $400. You know, somehow a Plaque Boy Max song came on my shuffle, so I had to switch the song and the officer caught me doing it. They gotta free my boy Asian Andy. He's been banned for 9 years for eating chicken nuggets. So obviously it's not because she's Asian. It's because she's a woman. Twitch is never beating the Gooner CEO allegations. Almost someone, 1-day ban. Call someone fat, 14-day ban. Twitch is a platform for children by children. This actually happened to Tectone over here. He ended up calling Frogan fat and he got a 14-day ban. Sabrina carpet bomb. And apparently Frogan lost 80 pounds. So that is a massive W, regardless of what you think of her. You know, she might have broke the law and almost caused a crash, but this guy was mean, and that's worse. I feel sort of bad for the kids growing up with Twitch nowadays. You know, back in my day, I had peak Tyler 1 in Greek, and this is the garbage they have to watch.
What does that mean? Oopsies almost caused a 7-car pileup in the middle of traffic. Oopsie.
Bro, chill. She's not a Canadian truck driver.
That's crass.
Was extra Emily on the casting couch with Dan Clancy? So you see she's toured Twitch HQ on Boogie on the Beat with him, and she's been seen rizzing him up in public, and her bans are non-existent.
Yeah, a bit of a weird comment, not gonna lie. I don't think it's her doing it. I think it's Dan Clancy who's more responsible than anything. The only thing her being female impacts is the duration of her ban on Twitch. Like, in the real world, it doesn't matter what gender you are. You shouldn't be texting and driving. Oh my goodness, even the Cockroach King chimed in.
Everybody has instances where they make bad decisions when they're driving. Like, oh, I was going to make into that lane and I didn't see that person. Oops,
yeah,
let me move back over.
Yeah, we all make mistakes. I mean, we all been close calls driving. We were paying attention. Yes, he is right about that. But I think for her, my thing is she has a platform, right? And this is not the first time. So, like, she's getting money and all this stuff for this. She has, like, she needs to pay more attention. You know what I mean? But let's see what the cockroach
to the other lane, right? Like, we've made that. Everybody, let's be honest, right? We've all made that mistake.
We have.
Like,
yes.
Are we going to say that we're all perfect drivers that have never, you know, accidentally not noticed a stop sign, or you didn't see somebody going at some angle and then you had to jam on your brakes? You've made a mistake at a period of time, and eventually she will make another mistake while driving. This is just what's going to happen because people make mistakes, and when that happens, the same thing and the same cycle is going to repeat itself.
But it already has, bro, 3 times. Driving and streaming are like Chris Brown and Rihanna. They just don't mix well. You should not be allowed to drive and read your Twitch chat. That's not a hot take at all.
Oh, no, no, no! YouTuber Jack Doherty is going viral after crashing his expensive car while live streaming.
This Twitch isn't worth putting her life and other lives at risk. That's about it. See ya.
All right. Okay, I put something to watch later. Backlash against Peter Dinklage.
After one small comment on a podcast, Peter Dinklage managed to piss off nearly every little person in Hollywood.
F you, Peter Dinklage. Piece of shit.
Are you watching, Dinklage? Do you know that you took work away from me?
Peter became one of the most respected actors of his generation by refusing to let Hollywood reduce him to the stereotypical roles little people often get. But since he has...
Sorry. Little people. I want to say dwarf. That's incorrect. I'm sorry about that. All the little people out there, right?
Reached the pinnacle of success in the industry, he may have forgotten just how many dwarf actors are still relying on those exact jobs to survive. Or maybe he is...
Is that the one because of Snow White? He took all the roles for Snow White. So a lot of little people were upset about that, right?
Gatekeeping them to remain on top, because what sounded like him standing up for his community actually may have resulted in Hollywood erasing little people from the screen entirely. It's so bad that it's being compared to by some little people as the quote physical version of blackface.
Whoa.
As an aspiring actor with achondroplasia, Dinklage was determined to avoid low-hanging.
You know what's funny? I found out he was in a band back in the day. I think either a ska band or he was in some type of band. I remember reading. It's kind of crazy.
fruit opportunities that might have helped his career. He said, "I was in an office for quite some time, longer than I should have been, but I was terrified of not being able to pay the bills. I was turning down acting roles, which weren't really acting roles, commercials and stuff like that, so I just stayed in this cubicle for a few years." Dinklage started out in a very common position that a lot of little people confront when aspiring to be actors. Most were traditionally cast for fantasy roles, which Dinklage found disgusting and cruel. Actors with dwarfism are relegated to being creatures. They're not really complex human beings, so I was not really interested in that. But ultimately, he knew his career wouldn't take off unless he made a few compromises. There were a number of films that he starred in where his dwarfism contributed to the role, but he wasn't being paraded around as a creature or prop. Instead, he was able to show more emotional depth, with dwarfism just being a part of the character, like how he starred as a defeated actor in the dark meta-comedy Living in Oblivion with Steve Buscemi. Buscemi recommended him for a role in Alexander Rockwell's comedy 13 Moons when Dinklage couldn't find an agent, and it was with this exposure that Dinklage was able to show who he really was. Rockwell openly talked about how his first impressions disappeared the second he got to know him. "You might come in with some luggage about Peter's physicality," Rockwell said. "Right away, he cuts right through that. You're thinking, he's a dwarf, but Peter comes shining through as a personality beyond any kind of diminutive size issue." And pretty much anyone who met Dinklage felt the same way. He was wonderfully articulate and
he's a good actor, he's a good person. People don't think he's like, you know, okay, got it.
Insightful and clearly wanted to be seen as more than just a dwarf actor. At the same time, he didn't want his size to be the focus of every conversation, but when he did speak about little people in Hollywood, his approach was usually thoughtful rather than confrontational. He wasn't publicly attacking others or aggressively calling out studios by name. He simply believed the industry should slowly move beyond using dwarves as simple fantasy characters or visual gimmicks and start giving them the same depth and complexity as any other performer.
Not dangerous, but they're kind of, you know, they're creatures. They're ethereal beings. These dwarves usually are, and then they're asexual, and they're either fools or they're very filled with wisdom and have know all the answers, but a bit removed. And you know, they never get the princess. That's fine, but we're in the modern day now, and I think.
I mean, it's just. The leading man is not a dwarf or a little person. It's like, you know, like a Conan, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, like a Christian Bale. You know, that's a leading man. That's what that's what it looks like.
If we still have that, I don't want to throw words like stereotypes out in this interview.
But it is stereotype.
That, but
I mean, like you can't deny that.
Perpetuate itself, and I see it in today's films and pieces of art. You know, I'm not interested in playing those things.
In that clip, you can feel his hesitance, like he was walking a fine line, because in the back of his mind, he knew that these stereotypical roles also do give little people consistent jobs in the industry, which is important for them to be able to take to then one day be able to advance their careers. But before we get into that, let's say you're about to jump on a roller coaster and you need someone to watch your wallet, so you hand it to a pickpocket. That's not security, that's a donation. There's a reason you wouldn't trust a pickpocket with your wallet, just like there's a reason why Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting for the people for over 35 years. With over $30 billion recovered for their clients, Morgan & Morgan knows a thing or two about fighting to get you the compensation you deserve. Hiring Morgan & Morgan is like hiring an army to go into battle. They've got more than 1,000 lawyers and 100 offices nationwide. If you're injured by someone else's negligence, you deserve to be paid. But not all law firms are the same. Hire the wrong one, and you may be beat before you even start. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. For more information, you can go to forthepeople.com/Patrick. In 2003, Dinklage would get a role as a train enthusiast named Finn McBride in Tom McCarthy's The Station Agent.
Hey, buddy, where's Snow White? Grumpy or sleepy over there, huh?
While having dwarfism was a central point of Peter Dinklage's character, he didn't mind because Finn had the depth he was looking for. The movie was pretty brilliant because it found a way to make you forget about his size until someone abusive confronted him with prejudice. You spent most of the hour and 30 minutes trying to figure out exactly how he felt. Often roles written for someone my size are a little flat. I love this about this character that Tom wrote. He has this stuff going on. He has romance. He's got romantic feelings. He's got anger, and he's got flaws. I'm not a spokesperson or an activist for people my size. I'm not going to get on my soapbox about that stuff. Comical movies starring dwarves such as Austin Powers films, because people can do what they want to do. Sure, it might perpetuate a stereotype, but I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I have a grand time at those movies. I was laughing my butt off at those movies, so I'm not going to cast my judgment upon it. For me personally, that's something I try and stay away from. That same year he starred in The Station Agent, Dinklage took another minor role in one of the most iconic Christmas movies of the 21st century.
I've seen Elf before, but what was he?
Elf. Every Christmas season, little people in Hollywood get the call to play Santa's helpers.
Damn,
the movie Elf was different. The only actual dwarf who was cast in the film was Peter Dinklage, and he didn't play an elf, but rather as Miles Finch, a successful children's author.
I guess I didn't see the most of the movie. I thought I saw it, but I mean, I would have noticed him. Maybe I did. I just forgot.
Is simple yet extremely layered. Buddy, the actual elf who is 6'3", sees a short man and immediately assumes he must secretly be one of Santa's elves. Not a businessman, not a normal person, just a fantasy creature.
Does Santa know that you left the workshop? You know, we're all laughing our heads off. Did you have to borrow a reindeer to get down here?
Buddy not treating him like a regular guy represents the exact frustration Dinklage had spent years dealing with in real life. Also, Peter's character in and of itself seems like a protest against the roles that Hollywood usually offers little people. Instead of playing the magical elf, Dinklage plays the man insulted by being mistaken for one, but they still did use his physical stature to make the scene funny. Finch hilariously runs across the table, which seemingly takes him forever, then whips Buddy's ass despite the obvious size disadvantage. And this balance is what made the role feel so representative of Dinklage himself. He never wanted to pretend his dwarfism didn't exist. He just didn't want it to be the only thing people saw when they looked at him. He would take that.
But did Tyrion Lannister say, he said, use that as an armor? Like, just use it as an armor. People might call you dwarf or a little person. Just use it. Don't let it hurt you. That's if I remember correctly.
Same approach with his character Tyrion Lannister in Game of Thrones, which launched Peter into mainstream success, making him a full-blown A-list star. When Dinklage found himself talking to the co-creator of Game of Thrones, David Benioff, he was extremely cautious about taking on a fantasy role. But David had actually met Peter at dinner parties and felt he was the obvious choice for Tyrion Lannister. He was always much friendlier to my wife Amanda than he was to me. I knew he was incredibly funny, incredibly smart, and had that caustic wit. Game of Thrones was a TV adaptation of a book written by George R.R. Martin. So in that meeting with Benioff and the other co-creator Dan Weiss, before anyone explained Game of Thrones or Tyrion Lannister to him, he made a simple request. No beard, no pointy shoes. Dwarves in these genres always have this look. My guard was up. Not even my guard, my metal fence. My barbed wire was up. Even Lord of the Rings had dwarf tossing jokes in it. It's like, really? But he learned from Benioff and Weiss that Tyrion was a different kind of fantasy little person. He's somebody who turns that on its head. No beard, no pointy shoes, a romantic, real human being. Even off-screen, he seemed to take the part very seriously. When asked if he had read the books, he admitted that he'd only read the first in fear it would interfere with his performance in future seasons.
I don't want to know what happens to me down the road. I'm terrified, and I don't want to play any sort of ending when I'm doing this show. And I just live and breathe this show, and I'm so embarrassed when I have to, yeah, why'd you have to?
But Dinklage initially believed that the...
Look at that, guys. You got... It's a great show, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Game of Thrones was like an epic thing, and the way I got into it was one of my friends, Corey, when I lived in Florida. He's like, "Hey man, this is like an awesome show that just came out called Game of Thrones. You gotta check it out." I usually watch it with my wife, but she was out for business, right? She's like, "Hey man, I want to keep watching it even though she's out, because I guess they made a deal they're gonna watch it together, right?" But now that she was out, he couldn't watch it, right? So he was like, "Man, I need to watch it, but I need to watch it with somebody." So he asked me, he's like, "Hey man, Jay, can you come watch it with me? I'll still watch it with my wife, but I want to see what happens. So I was like, yeah, man. So I went to his house, we watched it, and it became a thing. And I got hooked, and that's how I got hooked on it, man. It was crazy.
Potential success of Game of Thrones was too good to be true.
If something feels that good, it's not gonna work. Nobody's gonna buy this. In the first season, we didn't have any money, truly. I mean, it's all relative. We had some money. But even at the end, if you visit our base camp, our trailers were the same as they were in the first season. It was really, and I think that's what made the spirit of all of us come together so well. And the crew, we roughed it, man. You really would never know. Our salaries got higher as it went along, but the conditions were kind of great, like an indie movie almost. I mean, the sets were extraordinary. And the costumes were extraordinary. That didn't feel indie, but the vibe did. And I think that's what really, but to answer your question, no, I was kind of cynical, like, this is great, and nobody's gonna go for it.
Over the next 4 seasons, his character became the fan favorite of the entire show. Peter Dinklage made Tyrion so believable and human that when fans began criticizing the show's writing near season 8, they blamed the writers instead of Dinklage for how the character devolved. Regardless of the way the show eventually ended, which many felt...
The final season was, because I think, if I remember correctly, if you guys read the books, the book, if you have... Well, I'm going to spoil it probably, so don't be upset with me. So basically, the book ends when, if I remember correctly, when Jon dies. So in the books, Jon hasn't been resurrected like in the show has, right? So the book ends, I think Jon dies basically, right? And that's the end of the books, right? So that's why the seasons up till then were really good, because there was already material behind it. And afterwards, they were just going along and just like, they knew how it was going to end. But the books weren't written in the winter, right? And the funny thing about the books is like, what's it called? Like some of the characters that died on the show are still alive in the books, and vice versa. And some of the characters that are dead in the books are still alive on the show. So it's like weird. Like, okay, like so for example, Caitlin Stark. Yeah, she did die at the Red Wedding, but she came back. Was the lady of the... Shoot, I haven't read her in a while. She came back. She was basically undead. Basically, she came back. And it's like stuff like that, right? The books have a little bit different. So that's why a lot of people, if you watch the show but never read the books, and wonder why some of the book readers are like chomping at the bits, and it's been more than 10 years. I can't remember. Like, they're still waiting on the book because they want to see how it ends, basically, right? The Winds of Winter. They want that, and I think he had the other books after that. They want to see what happens. Does Jon come back? I mean, it was always speculated that Jon was Lyanna Stark's and Rhaegar Targaryen's kid, right? People always assumed that with the way the book was made, and then the show basically said that he is, right? So you know it's going to be true. So I watched all the way to season 8, and it was I didn't like it, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, right?
Was terrible, Dinklage had finally gained the respect of Hollywood on a massive scale. He received 7 major awards, including an Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series, and with an estimated $25 million net worth and worldwide recognition, all the gates of Hollywood opened for Peter in a way that they never had for dwarves in the past.
25 million.
He was basically able to handpick any career opportunity he wanted, hosting Saturday Night Live, playing Bolivar Trask in the X-Men franchise, voice acting in the Angry Birds movie, or acting as Eitri in Avengers Infinity War. Now, if Peter wanted to act as a dwarf, it was a choice. I feel really lucky, although I hate that word, lucky. It cheapens a lot of hard work. Living in Brooklyn in an apartment without any heat and paying for dinner at the bodega with dimes, I don't think I felt myself lucky back then. Doing plays for $50 and trying to be true to myself as an artist and turning down commercials where they wanted a leprechaun, saying I was lucky negates the hard work I put in and spits on the guy who's freezing his ass off back in Brooklyn. So I won't say I'm lucky. I'm fortunate enough to find or attract very talented people. For some reason I found them and they found me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Peter Dinklage didn't seem to understand that his voice now carried a ton of weight in industry decisions. He had the kind of star power that can get people fired and even cause the production to stop if the vision didn't fit exactly what he wanted.
Is that
While
true?
It seemed like Dinklage used to be a lot more careful with his words, he probably didn't feel like he needed to do that anymore. And his comments on the the Mark Maron show would harm opportunities for the community he tried to uplift for so long. And it all started with the disaster that was the remake of a Walt Disney classic, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
He took all the
in 2021, Disney started casting for the main roles in a live-action remake of Snow White. But before they even started filming, the entire decision was drowning in
What is that, like ninjas? What's going on there?
controversy. People were already resistant of live actions as a total cash grab, but the decision to cast Rachel Zegler for the main role received criticism for countless reasons. Some were racially driven, like questioning why a woman of Latin descent was playing a character whose skin is described as the fairest of them all. Others were critical of her open hatred for the original story and desire to change it into something modern, but most people just simply thought she was annoying.
There's a big focus on her love story. With a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird.
But then Peter Dinklage unexpectedly became a part of the controversy when the media pulled a soundbite from comedian Mark Maron's WTF podcast. Peter criticized Disney for celebrating the casting of Rachel Zegler while refusing to acknowledge that the story itself could be insensitive towards little people.
Literally no offense to anything, but I was a little taken back by they're very proud to cast a Latino actress as Snow White.
Yeah.
But you're still telling the story of Snow White.
Yeah.
Seven Dwarfs.
Sure.
So, take a step back and look at what you're doing there.
Yeah.
I know. That makes no sense to me.
But,
you're progressive in one way, but you're still making that.
What? So he's saying because they're progressive because they didn't cast a white woman to play Snow White, but they're still using Seven Dwarfs. Is that what he's talking about? But didn't he play the roles? Hold on. I never watched the movie, so I don't know.
Oh, story of seven dwarves living in a cave. What the you doing, man? Have I done nothing to advance the cause?
Now, for anyone unfamiliar with the story of Snow White, the dwarves do not live in a cave. They work in a mine, but actually live together in a small cottage where they take Snow White in after she escapes the evil queen, making them quite literally the heroes of the story. Also, what's interesting about this is Peter says, "Have I done nothing to advance the cause?" implying that his success as a serious actor, as well as speaking on behalf of little people, should have gotten through to Hollywood that casting dwarves in fantasy roles is insensitive. But then a minute later, he also questions if a dwarf community even exists, and if it does, then he is not the voice of it.
The dwarf community is tired of this.
Is there one? I don't know.
Well, that's the thing, right? In order to seek representation, you have to have a community movement, which also is the heart of what becomes the issue of wokeness.
But it's such a minority.
I know.
And I'm not affiliated with any groups or anything, but it's such a minority that it causes a real who the cares, and it's entertainment. I mean, entertainment.
Right, but I think that's also what I'm talking about is that there's a movement on behalf of anti-wokeness to get us back to who the cares. Now, I'm not saying that you should stand up for your community. It's not your responsibility, and it may be relative. I don't know would you even consider it marginalized or just not even acknowledged? Other than some, what to call people.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know.
But given that tensions were already so high surrounding this movie, Peter Dinklage's comments went mega viral, to the point where mainstream outlets.
Peter Dinklage criticized Snow White remake push for diversity. It makes no sense to me. The Game of Thrones actor worries about the movie depiction of people with dwarves.
It's like Fox News were reporting on it. As a result, Disney responded by changing the entire direction for the film. We are taking a different approach with these 7 characters and have been consulting with members of the dwarfism community, they said in a statement. We look forward to sharing more as the film heads into production after a lengthy development period. Disney responding and changing the entire direction of their film just because Peter Dinklage wasn't happy is truly representative of how powerful he was in Hollywood. But nobody expected how badly Disney would botched their second attempt at not offending anyone. They decided to replace the dwarves with what they called magical creatures, which were basically a group of 7 people in goofy outfits with no defining characteristics.
So now they're remaking the movie, they just got rid of the dwarves. Okay,
but what do they call them?
Why would they get rid of the dwarves though? Magical creatures, but they have one token dwarf amongst these magical creatures.
But that's also more offensive to the dwarf community than calling
So if we're looking at updating
magical
stories
creatures.
and everything, You actually just went backwards. You actually just erased the dwarfism side of it, the disability, like we're a disability group. You just erased that whole image.
The magical creatures change backfired so hard that Disney backpedaled again. Only this time they decided to go with horrible looking CGI dwarves that would be supported by a cast of voice actors. And only one of the 7 dwarves, Grumpy to be specific, was voiced by an actual little person.
It's a bad thing. I'm
man
not agreeing with it. One, because what they're doing is pretty much you're replacing jobs that people could have as little people. Okay. Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, it's for dwarfs.
Even though it seemed like Peter Dinklage was trying to stand up and defend little people, he actually ended up receiving a lot of criticism from the dwarf community, with many believing that he single-handedly robbed a demographic of potential jobs. The first to call Peter out publicly was WWE wrestler Hornswoggle.
I mean, my biggest thing is he wants to be progressive, and it's all about progression, and I support that completely, but the issue is him being progressive is eliminating 7 potential dream jobs from the dwarf acting community. And that's my issue here is he's saying he wants to move forward and do good for the community when these are dream jobs. I got hired by WWE. WWE was my dream job since I was 4 years old. Since I was 4 years old, all I wanted to be was a WWE superstar. And in any other circumstance, it wouldn't have been able to be done by me. I'm not 6 foot, I'm not 250 pounds, but they were looking for a person like me, a little person, to fill this role.
And although he was much more articulate and nuanced on Fox News, years later he was much more blunt and direct about his feelings towards Peter.
I feel like you're one of the most recognizable little people on the planet.
You, Peter Dinklage. Piece of
damn.
That's real heat, too.
I hate him.
Damn.
He costed so many people in my community jobs with that Snow White bullshit. Pisses me off. He wanted to make a statement and he thought he was making some cool, hip thing. But it wasn't. When he did Elf, that check cashed just fine.
Oh, Elf.
Tyrion Lannister was a role for a little person. He cashed that check for all those years. Like, I'm okay not going out for Brad Pitt's role. Give me Grumpy or Happy or Sleepy.
Yeah.
In a major Disney remake?
Yeah.
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 Come on.
Yeah, he's right. Disney's right as a dream job. Disney's a big company, and then they opens a lot of opportunities if you do get roles like that. You know what I'm saying? That's true.
And then you're gonna have 7 dwarves, then they're extras, then they're stunt doubles, that are all going to get paid.
Comedian Brad Williams has also been open about how he feels towards Dinklage's comments.
It was Dinklage, and then he kicked a lot of us out of a movie. So now it's me.
And while Brad likes to be silly when talking about this, since he's a comedian, he is serious about how he feels about Peter Dinklage.
I tell you what I would have played.
What?
I would have played a dwarf in the live-action Snow White movie, but then they took out the dwarves. Thanks, Dinklage.
Yeah, because
Are you watching? Are you watching, Dinklage? Do you know that you took work away from me and my 6-year-old dwarf daughter? You took money and food out of my 6-year-old daughter's mouth. Thanks, Dink.
Damn. I mean, obviously upset because you got a good role, some good money, and then, more opportunities will open up. But damn.
All right, sorry. That's the yak talking.
Did you really get upset?
Yeah. Legit upset.
But some little people in Hollywood, like Lee Gill, were not as harsh towards Dinklage. He felt that his heart was in the right place, but maybe wasn't as clear with his criticism. Lee felt that it was just the story that should be updated.
But I think it should kind of just be seen as a great opportunity to update it. And if you think about it, the 7 dwarfs are kind of the heroes of that tale. And if you give all 7 of them some real depth and a bit more of an important part in the film, that's 7 great opportunities for dwarf actors,
Zach Roloff from Little People Big World expressed the same sentiments.
So if the story is offensive, change the story, don't change the characters.
However, the harshest criticism towards Peter is that he has become a gatekeeper in Hollywood, that he somehow has the authority to decide what roles little people should or shouldn't get. Peter Dinklage made it to the top and took the ladder with him. Peter Dinklage wanted all the glory.
What's up with these people with the anime avatars? Anime. Oh yeah, people in the anime pictures. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, that's just fans of anime.
Others just straight up called him a hypocrite. Peter Dinklage, little people shouldn't play fantasy dwarves. It's offensive. Also Peter Dinklage plays fantasy dwarves in Narnia, Game of Thrones, Avengers Endgame. But what's even worse is that it does look like Dinklage's comments may have made Hollywood studios scared to cast little people in any role that might merely be considered offensive. The biggest example of this would be the casting of the average size Hugh Grant in 2023's Wonka. Instead of hiring an actual dwarf or little person, they simply chose to CGI Hugh Grant down to a small size to make him into an Oompa Loompa. Actor Mark Pavanelli, who has dwarfism, compared it to one of the most disgusting forms of discrimination in entertainment history. They're trying to maintain the physicality of dwarfism, but erase the authenticity of dwarfism, which is troubling, and that's why you go, well, this is like a physical version of blackface.
Damn.
Even Warwick Davis, who has a huge following because of his fantasy roles, has politely mentioned that these comments have effectively silenced the community in a way that might be permanent. It's a shame because there's a lot of really talented short actors in the world, but they're not getting a chance to do what they do. Some of them have trained for years to do this and they're just not getting a look in. You know, it would be wrong to cast someone as a disabled person in a wheelchair with an able body, I think, but they're doing it all the time with short people. I'm not actively campaigning on this, but it would be nice if my voice was heard on these issues.
Yeah, and Davis is like, he's a legend. He's been around for a long time, you know, Star Wars. He's done like, you know, what's Willow, you know, he's known. I mean, he done Leprechaun, but hey, you got to get that money, you know what I'm saying? Can't hit on
Today,
him.
Peter Dinklage has never doubled down on his comments or publicly responded to any of the criticism he received. And of course, he still has no trouble getting consistent work in Hollywood, getting roles in movies like Brothers, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, and The Toxic Avenger. I think the reason why people got so frustrated with him is because he kind of picks and chooses when he wants to be mad or offended on behalf of little people. Peter Dinklage never really positioned himself as the outspoken leader of dwarf representation in Hollywood. He often seemed uncomfortable or downright denied being the spokesperson for an entire community at all. Most of his early
Which is fine, right? I mean, he doesn't want to have that weight on his shoulder, but I guess he didn't realize when he says some stuff, it has a lot of weight when he does say stuff, right? So it is what it is.
earlier criticism towards Hollywood was subtle. He simply wanted to be viewed as an actor first, but it was his comments on Snow White that carried the tone and influence of someone speaking on behalf of an entire demographic, and then immediately after distancing himself from that responsibility. It's this constant pushing and pulling throughout his entire career that makes people wonder how much authority Peter actually wants on this issue. And since he has reached the pinnacle of this industry and has no trouble finding work, I don't think we're ever going to get a response from him. It's literally no incentive for him to do anything other than stay silent. All we can hope for at this point is that Hollywood doesn't continue to go down this road of hyper-focusing on not offending anyone and just get back to making real movies again. Speaking of real movies, the dark reality is that some of the best films are those that cause the actor to lose their mind or potentially their lives. Check out this video to hear more about that.
Damn. All right. Marilyn Manson. Nah, I'm good. Not right now. Okay. What else we got? Check. Massive day for the unemployed. Trying on my Anime Expo cosplay. Which one wins? Violet Myers. If you guys don't know who that is, you should look her up. She does other stuff besides YouTube videos. I don't know if she's retired.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. As you could read by the title, we're going to be doing a cosplay try-on haul. I like to do these, especially...
She has invisible The braces looks like.
Because Anime Expo is literally next week. The time that this video is out, it's gonna be the day of. So make sure you follow me on my Instagram right here, and you'll see what cosplay I end up doing for Friday. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel first, because we will be doing some fun Anime Expo content, so you guys can check that out and you can see the cosplay in real life. Comment down which costume you want to see me in next time, because we do have Halloween. I'm already prepping for Halloween. As you guys know, Myers month is coming up, so make sure it's another reason to subscribe. So let's get started with the first cosplay. Okay, and here we are with the first cosplay. As you guys know, I cosplayed last year as a Fortnite character, so I'm doing it again. So here's her name. I usually type in emo girl
Jawbreaker.
Fortnite, and she's like one of
That looks like a girl who does streaming. Looks like for real. That's just like a Latina girl or whatever. Any girl that streams will look like that. It's kind of crazy. I could think of Jawbreaker's
the
name.
I did do one last year. I'll insert a picture right here. She was like a demon girl, so I was like, I want to be an emo girl this time because I feel like I'm with.
She's laying on the floor. That's nasty, probably.
I haven't worn black lipstick in so long, so this is how I look like as emo. So I just clipped on some clip-on bangs. I will DIY these shorts, so these shorts have to be completely dark. There's like a bunch of like tutorials on YouTube and TikTok where I can just like learn how to dye these darker. This is just what it looks like
you
right
can
now.
buy
I'm
them
supposed in a couple days. I have time. So this is all
online.
like
To order them.
custom cosplay, just pieces from like random websites that I got. I've always had these clip-on bangs. These glasses are just regular glasses. I got the cheapest gaming headphones because the character does have gaming headphones. She has a gun, but I will not be bringing.
No, because you don't want to bring a gun to the convention. No, you don't want to do that.
I'll probably bring like a
pickaxe
or something.
Yeah.
Also, these like striped socks. I will be trying to like paint them to make them look like camouflage, because she does have like striped camo. She's wearing Converse, but I'm just wearing Wicks for these. So now we're gonna transition to the second cosplay. Rank this one in the comments. Here we are. Second cosplay, Reese from Tokyo Ghoul. She is the original boy eater. How would I call her? Because she's a ghoul, but technically she's also a demon, because obviously the whole story with Kaneki and Tokyo Ghoul. I was trying to get someone to commission the part where I get like my little demon thingies out the way, but it's too short of a notice. I'm supposed to have the red glasses. I don't know where they're at. This is just like a little bit of what I'm gonna do. Obviously, whatever is chosen will be the full cosplay, but you guys kind of get the idea. Put like a little bit of blood. Get this dress a lot of blood, because obviously this is the part where she turns Kaneki into a ghoul. So I'd do that. I'm gonna make this dress a little shorter, but it is gonna be Anime Expo, so it's gonna be really hot. So it's a good thing that I'm able to like fold up the long sleeve. I've always wanted to cosplay this character for years. Finally doing it makes me really happy. And there's so many other anime conventions and Halloween, so I can actually go full on ghoul. But for Anime Expo, I can have fun with it, and just I have some ballet flats. I'd probably buy some like yellow stockings to actually bring the character to life, because she does wear yellow stockings.
I don't like that one. The first one was good.
I'd probably like cut it a little bit.
The first one was good. I like the first one. The second one, I don't really like it. Let's go look at the other ones.
Let me know what you guys think. I want to do something different compared
Go with the
to
first
other
one.
years, but because it is Anime Expo, I really wanted to stick to anime. That's why I only have one video game. But yeah, let's go to the next cosplay. And this is the third cosplay. We're cosplaying as Reze from Chainsaw Man movie. Bowtie, don't pay attention to it, because I'm gonna end up fixing it. I just wanted to get it for the video. Not a fan of the shorts, so what I do is keep the top and then replace the shorts with probably like some regular black shorts, because these are making my butt look weird. I ended up putting that last wig in a purple bun, and I feel like this is probably gonna be one of the most popular cosplays, because everyone really loved this character from the movie. So I can see a lot of people playing her. I feel like for Anime Expo, you want to do something a little bit more dressy up, and this one's from Amazon, so I probably won't do this cosplay. I think we have 3 more cosplays to go. I don't know, this is gonna be tough. Cosplay number 3, let's go to the next one. Fourth cosplay, we're doing Hunter x Hunter Shizuku.
Okay, this one's gonna. We already know why this is gonna be really popular, because her boobs are hanging out, right? Let me look at the comments real quick. 452, nice Spider-Man outfit. Gojo, camera, Violet the Goat. I think this one's gonna be popular.
And I I want to do the one where she kind of has her clothes almost like ripped off. Well, it's ripped off because usually people will cosplay the long sleeve turtleneck one, but it is gonna be over 100 degrees Anime Expo and so much body heat and all that I am not gonna risk myself.
That cross
fainting
upside
at
down?
Anime Expo. That's why I decided to go with this version. And then I got this like black tank top, shredded it. This is like a white sports top, and then these jeans. I just got online, and then obviously I'm wearing the same Converse, well, Rick's. I didn't realize, but she has like this cross. I mean, we all knew she had a cross, but I thought the cross.
Someone's daughter. Oh, that's Violet Myers, man. Of course, that's someone's daughter, but you know, it is what it is, man. I mean, she's known for other things, right? She is a cosplayer.
It was like a Catholic cross and not like the.
She used to do other stuff too, so you know.
So if you see me wearing it, don't think the opposite. It's just cosplay. But yeah, what do you guys think of fourth cosplay?
Yeah, I think that one's gonna be good. The fourth one.
So we're missing the wig. Everything's being delivered.
Gojo.
But this is a Gojo cosplay. I actually really like this one. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys.
Female
It's pretty
Gojo.
comfortable. It's pretty thin.
Yeah,
So if it gets
Zai,
really hot, not
Zai,
just carry
you
a
know,
portable fan
you
and
know
try
what
to
she
stay
does.
away from being
I
outside.
mean,
Can
all
you imagine this with,
all
like, the
guys know
silver
what she
wig
does.
and, like, the blue eye
You know, we know what she does.
contacts,
If you haven't seen it on her
it can be a
videos,
cosplay. It can come to life. I
then
put some black
I don't know
combat
what to tell
boots,
you.
I put some, like, white
I don't know what to
thigh-high
tell you.
stockings.
Yeah.
I think this one's pretty high up there. So let me know, number 5. Let me know if you guys like the Gojo one. Okay, guys. This is
Spider
costume
Girl.
number 4. We got Spider Woman. That actually looks like I'm muscular. I don't know about this one, you guys, because the suit is weird. Like the hands, the fingers.
I don't want to go with Spider-Man.
Are off. Like look at this. Like the way it's like stretched.
I wouldn't go with Spider
I feel
Girl.
like this is meant to go on this hand, very loose, and I look like a balloon. Oh, this is giving musty, dusty. No. If I'm gonna wear a Spider-Man suit, I'd rather just like wear like a one piece and then some jeans or a skirt. This is a no. I'm definitely returning this. Alright guys, that's a wrap. That's all my cosplays that I have for Anime Expo specifically. I'm very excited. Anime Expo, we're gonna be doing something fun. I'm gonna be doing another tier list. I know last time I did the top
fourth one
protagonist. So this time I'm gonna be
the
doing
first one.
waifus. So make sure you guys check
That's
that
what I
out
would say.
because there might be some fights going on in that. So we'll see. I will be around at Anime Expo, so come say hi. Don't be weird. It's a lot that goes into these cosplays. Shout out to all the cosplayers out there that do it full time. You have my respect. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's what I can think of. Bunch of the kids going to ask for selfies. Yeah, of course. I mean, like, it's Violet Myers. They know her from, those adult activities, right? So, yes. So everybody's gonna ask her for pictures. She said don't be weird, but there's gonna be weird people. You know what I'm saying? It's always weird people all the time. So can't help that. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So what's up, man? Happy 4th. What are you doing the 4th of July? All right. Look at that. I got it. Pew, pew, baby. That's 50 minutes. I'm not American, so nothing. What about you? Oh, thanks for following, man. Me? Nothing much. I don't live in America, but so it's already nighttime over here. I'm just chilling, streaming, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to play some games. Right now, I'm just watching YouTube videos right now. And then we'll just do reaction right now. Then we're gonna start playing some games. Tell me about yourself. What do you do? How do you say your name? Zai. Zai, you are. Let's see here. You created your account back in March 2020, right? You've been around and you've been on Twitch for what? Almost 6 years, right? 6 years. Moodang.
It's Moodang!
Yep.
Shut up! I want Moodang! Shut up! I want Moodang! Shut up! It's Moodang!
Well, let's check the Y2 cat fashion.
Cyber Y2K. Cyber Y2K wasn't really what people were wearing every day. It was more like this idea of what everybody thought the future was finna look like. People really thought we'd be walking around looking like we lived on a spaceship or something. So fashion started leaning into metallic fabrics, chrome details, holographic pieces, tiny futuristic shades, and sleek silhouettes. You mostly catch this aesthetic.
Zaya, where are you from if you don't live in America? You don't
In
mind me
music
asking.
videos like TLC's No Scrubs or Michael and Janet's Scream. They were really selling that futuristic vibe.
Australia? Nice, man. I lived in Darwin, Northern Territory for about 7 months. I lived up in Darwin, Northern Territory. I liked it, man. I like Australia.
Low key, I think that's why people still love it today. It's not just the clothes, it's the fact that it reminds us of a time when people were actually excited about what the future could look like. Skater fashion low key makes sense when you think about it. Like, if you actually skate, you're not gonna be wearing skinny jeans or nothing flashy. The whole style was made for comfort and durability, so that's why everyone was rocking baggy jeans, oversized graphic tees, hoodies, cargo shorts, and chunky skate shoes. As skate culture got bigger in the late 90s and early 2000s, brands like DC, Vans.
You know what I miss about Australia? I think I miss Woolies, probably. I used to go grocery shopping there all the time. Yeah. Yeah, those were the days, man. Go to Woolies, give me some like snacks, buy some stuff, right? It wasn't that bad, man. And you know, then I didn't do any of those what's it called? Crocodile hunting tours, whatever. You know, it was Woolies wasn't bad. Enjoyed it. Australian, you guys are crazy. You're funny. You crack me up talking to you guys. I had a lot of fun, man. You guys are funny people. I love it. I love Australia, man. I love Australia. It was a good place in my heart. I really enjoyed my time there, man. Even though it was hot as hell too, doing when I was in Northern Territory, it was hot too. But it's okay. I liked it. I didn't mind it.
Etnies and thrashers started blowing up too, and eventually
Not anymore.
the style
Everything's-
made its way outside the skate.
Brother, everywhere is expensive now. America, the world. Ever since all this stuff's going on in the Middle East and oil prices are rising, everything's expensive now, brother. So, yeah, everything. Gas prices, everything, man. Everything's crazy right now. You can look at Russia. People are fighting because of the gas crisis over there right now.
Skate park. You ain't even had to own a skateboard anymore. People just like how effortless they look. And honestly, I feel like that's why Skater Y2K still works today. It's one of those aesthetics you can throw on in like 5 minutes and still look fresh without trying too hard. McBling took over after that whole futuristic Cyber Y2K era started fading out. People weren't really trying to look like they lived in the future anymore. They wanted to look rich. And honestly, the early 2000s was obsessed with celebrity culture, so it makes sense. Reality shows like The Simple Life had everybody wanting that lifestyle. So you started seeing juicy couture tracksuits, low-rise jeans, trucker hats, oversized sunglasses, designer bags, and rhinestones on literally everything.
Damn, the flip phones, man.
The more extra your outfit was, the better. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like McBling was really less about fashion and more about flexing. Even if you wasn't rich, the whole point was to look like you were. That's probably why people still confuse
Soulja
it with
Boy.
Y2K today. It was such a huge part of that era. Hip-hop Y2K. Hip-hop fashion took over when rap became the biggest thing in music. And for real, it wasn't just the music people wanted. They wanted the whole look too. That's why everybody started rocking oversized jerseys, baggy jeans, fitted caps, tracksuits, fresh sneakers, and big chains.
Sorry,
The baggy
ban that
clothes
guy's
wasn't
eye.
just for fashion either. They were comfortable,
He was,
easy to
he
move
was a
in,
bot trying
and
to sell me
became a
some
way
stuff.
for people to express themselves. Then once rappers started blowing up, luxury brands started paying attention too. So you see somebody wearing a regular tracksuit, but they throw on some designer pieces or some icy jewelry to level the whole fit up. I think that's why Hip Hop Y2K had such a huge impact. It wasn't following fashion trends, it was creating them. Even now, you can still see
Kai
pieces
said
of
not.
that style in today's streetwear, preppy style. Preppy Y2K was the clean, rich kid version of Y2K fashion. But what I think is interesting is that it still followed all the early 2000s trends. You had low-rise jeans and pleated mini
Ronaldo.
skirts sitting super low on the hips, then fitted polos, crop tops, and cardigans layered over each
Oh, that's
other.
cute.
And for some reason, everybody
The
was
pop the
popping their
collar.
polo collars back then. The accessories sold the look too. Oversized sunglasses, pearl necklaces, designer bags, ballet flats, even Uggs somehow made it into the rotation.
Uggs.
It was polished.
Ronaldo.
but, like, it still had that early 2000s energy. Tropical pop Y2K wasn't just about beach clothes. It was a whole vibe. The aesthetic really blew up in the early 2000s when island-inspired fashion started showing up everywhere, especially after artists like Rihanna and Shakira got popular.
Oh,
Then
okay.
Disney Channel and Nickelodeon
Hannah
kind of ran
Montana.
with it, so all of a sudden every beach episode had this colorful tropical look. That's why we started seeing bright floral prints, colorful tops, flower hair clips, chunky bead jewelry, butterfly designs, and beachy accessories everywhere. It mixed tropical influences with that bold Y2K color palette, so everything felt bright, playful, and just full. Ain't gonna lie, what makes tropical pop different from regular beach fashion is that it wasn't really about surfing. It was about selling that island vacation fantasy.
Damn.
Like, even if you live nowhere near a beach, your outfit made it look like you just got back from one. Emo aesthetic.
Emo
when people think of
aesthetic.
emo, they usually picture the mid-2000s look, but emo actually started way before that. Early emo was way more low-key, with cardigans, button-downs, messy hair, and that whole geek chic vibe. But once the
Really? That was early emo? Damn, I didn't know that.
2000s hit, everything got darker and way more dramatic. You had jet black side-swept hair covering one eye, skinny jeans, band tees, zip-up hoodies, Converse, studded belts, eyeliner, basically the look everybody still thinks of when you say emo. To be honest, I think that's why
What the
this
fuck?
aesthetic stuck around. It was always about wearing how you felt. Whether people understood it or not, emo fashion always felt personal, and I feel like that's what made it different from the rest of the Y2K aesthetics. Barbiecore. Barbiecore is low-key one of those aesthetics that's easy to misunderstand. People see all the pink and think that's the whole point, but it was really selling this perfect fantasy. Barbie had the dream house, the pink car, the private jet. She basically had the life everybody wanted. So it makes sense that the early 2000s leaned into that. You had shows like Lizzie McGuire and Hannah Montana, lip smackers, tiny handbags,
Lip
platform
smackers.
heels, mini skirts. Everything felt bright, polished, and just a little unrealistic. I think that's what makes Barbiecore different from something like McBling. McBling was trying to look rich. Barbiecore was trying to look perfect. It's not about flexing money. It's more about stepping into this idealized version of girlhood.
Ice Spice. All right. Before we play games, let's check out Twitch. See what's going on in the Twitch world. Twitter to Twitch. Okay.
Can I ask if you would prefer the karaoke be on the next stream? So I think I'm not gonna have a voice by the end of the Kuda point.
There's 2,000 people watching this person right now.
Right, so I guess really you're still giving me your precious
Nishi
time,
Molly.
which is still which has still got a lot of intrinsic value in itself. But I don't like to think about that. I live very much in the moment and don't consider the passage of time.
What
You'll
the-
probably have to split the void. Hang on. Hang on. What the.
Incoming.
All right.
The Abyss, he's been so good at it. The pull.
All right. All right.
Full government name exposed. We're out. Okay.
Loose fruit.
I hope this if it's lucky for you, fantastic.
$20 on Throne. We're at $4,101.
The ginger goddess herself.
All right. So
Lakari, the goon king himself. All right. Ah, snap. Here we go again.
Whoa, the robot guy is fucking fast.
I don't know what the hell this game is, man. I think he's the only one I've seen playing. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people playing it, but that's the only one I've seen. He's a fishing guy. Then we have Alvin Sanctuary. What, 5 in the morning? 6 in the morning? Central Standard Time. People waking up. Ray Asian Boy.
What's your mom? Look at it. Then your pee gonna be yellow.
They're in Taiwan right now.
Hey, I'm right here.
Every 7-Eleven I see.
Emily CC. 24/7.
Shit's getting serious. I'm using my toolbox repair now.
Our rival. Okay, so
Barker wins the 1v1, but there's the danger from VP. They let Na'Vi into the back line, and it's player traits.
Yep. All right. Let that play in the background while all right, let's start Marvel's Rival. Oh, I'm feeling this. Okay, let me start out Marvel Rivals. Use the bathroom real quick. Well, that starts. Come on, baby. Taking so long. One starts, I'll go use the bathroom real quick. It's just taking so long. Come on, there we go. There we go, sir. All right, let me go use the bathroom real quick. Right back. That play out real quick. I think everybody right now is talking about Captain America's new outfit, his bulge, and his big old booty. That's what they're saying. So it always has to turn to something sexual all the time. I don't know why. Let me go do all right, quick match real quick. I think I'm doing competitive here and get Celestial, not Celestial, but what's the rank? Why now? Doodle Bob, what's up, man?
Pick your hero.
Doodle Bob, where you been, bro? Haven't seen you in a while.
My strategy? Die first and GG no heal. Duh.
Oh, you're sick right now? Oh, shoot, my bad, man. I hope you get better. Sorry about that. Well, at least you're home. Happy 4th of July. Yeah, we can play, man. Yeah, let me,
Everyone's favorite merc with a mouth is ready to throw down, baby.
What the heck? Yeah, we can play, man. Let me,
before you attack.
Can you wait after I finish this match, bro? Oh, thanks, man.
9 health or what? My will is what defines me.
Oh, what's up, man?
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3.
Better eat some
2,
breakfast, man. Some
1.
breakfast.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Some breakfast. Breakfast.
Let's get cozy. Let's get cozy.
Ooh, that tickle.
Huddle up, team.
Sure.
Take this loser out, would ya? My healing factor can't keep up.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. Capture the mission area!
Look at this jerk. Watch out, coming through. You wasted this door. This officially makes it.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh, we got 3 healers? No, we can't do that.
Where the fuck is everybody?
Oh, come on! Thank goodness this book has pictures. Huddle up, team! Let's get cozy!
Alright, come on.
Need some healing? Where's your man?
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Oh, yeah, baby.
There's a word I can't do bonus damage.
The team up nobody asked for! They got me good! Need some healing? Where's your man? Kill shot! Yay!
Damn, man.
Almost got it! Double KO! That's 3!
Oh, come on! Come on! I didn't come here to read.
Does a Lord Icon do bonus damage?
The team up nobody asked for!
No winner yet. Going to overtime! Call me on this!
About to get killed.
Does a Lord Icon do bonus damage?
It's spider time!
He wasn't loading at first.
Everyone's favorite merc with a mouth is ready to throw down, baby. My strategy? Die first and GG no heal. Duh.
Or not. Weapons are tools, and I'm the master craftsman.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Mutants have reached the ultimate stage of evolution. 4 organic life forms.
Shouldn't that have earned us your respect instead of your ire?
It did. I have chosen to help you transcend what your genetics allow.
Alright, let's do this again.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Rally here.
This is my unnatural selection.
Bogey here.
We will soon be under attack.
Battlefield ready. Enemy target located. I'm hunkering down.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. Us against the world! Make it!
Bogey here.
Capture the mission area!
Damn! Getting tore up. Alright, Doodle Bob. This is probably gonna be a match pretty quick, and then we'll start playing, bro.
They ain't seen nothing yet.
Baby! Here we go.
Battlefield ready again.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Bullseye.
go.
Ultron reign supreme. I am summoned Bogey here. Not bad, Fox. For a super cop. Look over there. Bogey here. I claim this ground in my own.
Bogey here.
I'm hit. Cover me.
Enemy target located. Battlefield ready again.
You belong to me.
Damn, freaking Cyclops, man. People said they gotta nerf that crap, dude. That automatic like aim, it gets everybody. Come on, dog.
I'm not done yet.
Good, baby.
Enemy's got too much firepower.
Control lost. Their team's
Rally
capture
here.
progress has passed the halfway point.
Final judgment is ready.
Spider box against me.
Hunkering down. I'm good to go.
Damn.
I re-upped.
All right. This is not fun.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Nowhere yet. Going to overtime. Us against the world.
Heavy weapons.
Damn. People just leave. All right, Doodle Bob, you ready? All right. That was horrible. All right, man. You want to do quick play or what do you want to do? Quick match? Okay. Hold on. Ludo. Hey, pick Sydney and Oregon. Take out North Virginia because like I don't got my signal's really bad in North Virginia, bro. You pick North America. Pick Dallas and Oregon, if you don't mind. What? Yeah, for North America, pick up Oregon and Dallas because I'm like 164 right now for like North Virginia, bro. Unless you want to pass me the lead. Okay, thank you. All right, man, we're ready. Let's start, bro. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah. Bow, 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 ba, 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 ba. Well, well.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
Well.
My strategy? Die first and GG no heal. Duh.
I'm not a hero. I'm the Punisher. Victory is in my sight. I'm not a hero. I'm the Punisher. You hurt people. I hurt you.
The green recticle? Oh, I'll show you after this, man. You could download they have people like stuff online. You just copy the code basically. I'll show you the you can copy the code. There's a bunch of stuff online, bro.
Those other heroes better watch out, because the gloves are off.
For computer, I know they are.
Bit of advice. You might want to keep them on around me, Rogue.
Why shouldn't? That dazzling personality of yours.
Honestly, it's which one you're gonna...
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, here they are now.
Stop that vehicle in its tracks.
1 point for the international super spy.
Double KO.
Bad choices have bad consequences.
A nice deep freeze. He stopped them in their tracks.
Bogey here. I'm hunkering down. On the move, Bogey here. Battle enemy target located.
Director's injured. Mayday. We made it halfway.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Nice deep freeze.
Heavy weapons. I'm love.
What timing? Perfect timing.
Bogey here.
He stopped them in their tracks.
Oh, they got my ass.
Time to go nuts. I'm a problem, you're...
I re-upped.
He stopped them in their tracks.
I'm hunkering down.
I'll take everything! I'm hit. Cover me. Hits the grand finale.
All mutant kind! Enemy target located. Enemy was here.
A nice deep freeze.
I need medical support. Judge, jury,
I said I need heal, man. Damn.
Oh, I touch a feeling. I'm a problem, you're...
This is
He
not
stopped them
over.
in their tracks.
All right.
Rally here. Heavy weapons.
There's still a chance to stop them. Taking it all.
On the move again.
I'm
Judge, jury, executioner!
Double KO! You snapped them in their tracks! Only 60 seconds left!
I'm hunkering down.
Well, look who's up to no good. A nice deep freeze.
Thanks for the target. Something seems fishy here. Group up.
Down to 30 seconds.
Heavy weapons. I'm in love.
The final 10 seconds.
Damn. Do all this work, baby. To let that dude just stand there, just tearing me up, man.
Overtime.
Judge, jury, executioner! Heavy weapons. Leave them to punch
Double KO.
I'm good to go.
GG.
Another epic victory. Big win.
Yeah, GG, bro. Damn. All right, you want to... So you go to settings. You go to your... Hold on. Here we go. So, where's my stuff? Reticle save. There's a code. You have to... There's a code. I could... Let me see if I can copy it. Hold on. Copy. I don't know. I don't know if I can. What the hell am I gonna put in the chat, bro? Can I put this in the chat? Hold on. Oh shoot! There it is, right there. There you go, bro. Just copy and paste it, bro. It's mad long. Can you copy and paste it? All right, hold on. Let me help you out better. Hold on. Give me a second, brother. All right. Hold on. Give me a second. There you go. Right here, bro. Go on Reddit. There's Reddit. There's freaking... Just Google reticle codes or like crosshairs codes, bro, for consoles. And just copy and paste it from there. See, like this one? Crosshair hubs. Right here, bro. You see this right here? You can go on here and just copy the codes. Like a whole bunch of them. I gotta go on here and grab some more, dude, because I've been kind of lazy. See, they have... Yeah. It's called Crosshair Hub, dog. Just copy and paste it and you can get a bunch of them. I gotta come here and actually do it because I've been lazy. Yeah, go ahead, man. Like for example, where's Punisher at? Let me see if I can find Punisher. Cyclops. I need to copy this one. Copy. There you go. That's Cyclops. Delete that one. All right, let me see another one. Oh, I didn't mean to open that. Deadpool. Okay, let me borrow that one. No. Ah, God damn it. Delete. Where's the Punisher one? Hold on. Let me know when you're ready, bro. I'm just looking at which one's Punisher that I have. Popular crosshairs. Rocket, Cloak and Dagger, Luna Snow, Jeff, Invisible Woman, Adam Warlock, Troll, and Random Crosshair. Red. The Punisher one. Pro crosshairs. Place critical. Ninja, Shroud, Phase Away, Dim the Tan, Sinatra, Cloaksy, Aspen, Nature. Moon Knight. Moon Knight. Bow, bada bow. Ultron, Venom, Thor, The Thing, White Fox, Wolverine, World Girl, Star-Lord. Popular crosshairs. I think I'll do for Punisher. Which one should I do? Alright, back, bro. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Ooh. Cool. Which one did you pick, man? There's a lot of choices, man, to pick, so. Okay, yeah. Pick the one that you think is good for you, man. There's a lot, dude. Down, down. Bow, bow, bow. Bow.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
My strategy? Die first and GG no heal. Duh.
What the heck? Cringe alert. Must be his girlfriend or something.
Everyone's favorite merc with a mouth is ready to throw down, baby.
"30 seconds before you attack. Get ready."
You're a huge inspiration to my generation of heroes, Cap. That's very kind of you to say, Lilia. I don't think Captain Cool has the same ring to it. Want some free advice? Just be you, son. That's more than enough.
Cringe
Battle
alert.
starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Take this loser out, would ya? Love that healing field. My healing factor can't keep up. How about an assist? Take this loser out, would ya? Look at this jerk.
Someone's shooting at him.
Come on over, Daddy DD. Women, come on. I didn't come here to read. Boom! No kill shot!
They're coming from all sides.
Let's get cozy.
Thanks. You're halfway there. Keep going. This creepy museum gives me the chills.
Found
That's
him.
not easy. There you are.
Let's get cozy.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Watch out, coming through. Look at here. Take this loser out, would ya? Hey, someone's shooting at us. Not cool.
Vehicle reached the checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Heads up, losers. My healing factor can't keep up. How about an assist? Go, Deadpool. Happy birthday.
This creepy
Heads
museum
up,
gives me the
losers.
chills. That's not easy. A nice deep freeze.
Thank goodness this book has pictures. Take this loser out, would ya? Go, Deadpool. It's your birthday. Shield. Don't mind if I do.
Thanks so much.
Nobody asked for. Hey, Chad! Someone clip this!
What the heck? Squirrel girl.
Aw, here we go again.
Got lucky, man.
Let's get cozy.
Does the Lord Icon do bonus damage? Thanks for the boost.
I am finished.
Team up nobody asked for. You wish you were this cool.
This creepy museum gives me the chills. That's not easy.
Prepare to engage.
Check this out, because I won't. Look at here. My healing factor can't keep up. How about an assist?
I'll be ship shaking no.
Let's get cozy. My healing factor can't keep up. How about an assist?
Does the loot icon do bonus damage?
A nice deep freeze.
Oh yeah, baby, that's the good stuff.
Thanks so much.
Soloist Sigurd.
This creepy museum gives you a loot icon. Don't let anything stand in your way.
No kill shot.
Oh yeah,
Does the loot icon do bonus damage?
Looks like we've got ourselves a party.
Does the loot icon do bonus damage?
Maybe a foot.
all aboard. Anyone want to ride
Dragon
this?
unleashed.
Does the loot icon do bonus damage?
A nice deep freeze.
GG.
Another epic victory. Big win.
Did the reticles help? Doodle Bob? Almost 20. You know the best way to get your proficiency up fast? You mean like, I think you just need to practice, man. To be honest with you. Have to practice. I think the reticles will help you out, like focus more. But I think you just need to practice. I don't know fast, but are you talking about to get the level up fast? Oh, that there's different ways. People do like the bot lobbies. They do I'll show you. I know they do like different things. They do like bot lobbies. I know it's like they do different ways. Oh no, there's ways to do it. People do it. Yeah, AI matches is one of them. You can farm. But AI matches a lot quicker because you know you make them like really dumb. Like you make them like really stupid. So you guys just tear through them basically and go quickly. I know that's one of them. You still can't practice an AI quick play. Also, there's often isn't any AI anyway because of the popularity. I just tested it. It does not work if you do not include AI. Edit. Oops, I almost forgot. Yeah. I think you have to test that out too. And I just play the game. That's what I usually do. I just do quick play. Yeah, man. Are you trying to get Luna to Lord or something? Okay.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
I'm just trying to get my Deadpool to Lord right now. I think I'm like almost 18 right now, so I'm trying to get him to Lord. Wada 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 wada.
Swords, guns, grenades, a coupon for 1 free background. Yep, I'm ready for action.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
I spotted 3 hostiles running recon. Move fast, Castle.
You're not gonna whine about my methods.
I account for your inability to follow orders. A calculated risk.
They consider this another failed performance review, Director.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3,
Dude
2,
Bob.
1.
Here comes Headpool!
Here comes the hole. Better stop that vehicle.
You really said it. Oh, that's the one they turned into a meme.
I know. Stop scrolling and start moving, okay?
Who's the man?
Much better. Damage sustained. Need assistance.
Looky here!
Labor is gone. Hide receipts. Made it!
Aw, here we go again.
Gotta watch out for the divers.
Let's get cozy.
A game with an
Halfway! Stop them!
Battlefield ready again. Here comes Headpool! Come on over! Daddy's love that healing feeling. Here comes Headpool!
Still a chance to stop them. Better stop that vehicle.
Go Deadpool! It's your birthday! Come on over! Daddy DP will do Heads up, losers! Daddy's whatever that strange tingle is. I'm ready! Are you? Take this loser out, would ya? Heads up, losers! We make a killer team! Come on!
Stop it in their tracks.
My healing factor can't keep up! How about an assist?
Does the Lord Icon do bonus damage?
A team up nobody has! Love that healing feeling. Battlefield ready again. I'm doing this my way!
We need to take out that sharpshooter.
Boom! No skill shot! You went through it this cool. This officially makes us the effective.
Does the Lord Icon do bonus damage?
You are nothing!
Go Deadpool! It's your birthday!
Does the Lord Icon do bonus damage?
I am ready to put on a show.
This officially makes us. My healing factor can't keep up. How about an assist? In your face, goodbye. Who's the man? Ladies. Come on over, Daddy DP. You win.
my ass.
Come on! I didn't come here to read.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them. Better stop that vehicle. I'm counting on you, friends.
Glad someone brought protection. Look at this jerk.
Damn.
I'm hurt. Why would I?
Oh, that's kind of weird.
Let's give it another shot, Ricky.
You are nothing.
There's a road I
There's no chance to stop them.
Killer team. Everyone's getting VP tonight. My healing factor can't keep up. How about an assist? In your face. No shield shot.
One-eyed.
Hero wins. Sorry, Josh. Deadpool with the assist.
Stop them in their tracks.
The team up nobody asked for.
Looks like we've got. There's a road icon for bonus damage.
The team up nobody asked for.
Player needs repairs.
Let's get going.
Assistance restored. Many thanks.
In your face.
I am ready to put on a show. Only 60 seconds left. When you two dated.
Look at this jerk. Whatever that stray is.
30 seconds.
The team up nobody asked for.
There's a road icon for bonus.
10 seconds.
The team up
He
nobody
stopped them in their tracks. Another epic victory. Big win.
GG. I don't know. Freya? I don't know if oh yeah. Oh, Treya? Yeah. That's a bot for sure, man. Or like they just try to sell you stuff on Discord. We'll try to sell you like they always ask me like, hey, do you want to update your they want to go on Discord so they could try to sell you okay, IGTG. Oh, okay, cool. All right, man. Yeah, man, they try to sell you some stuff. Later, bro. Okay, let's do one. I think I'm gonna do maybe. I don't want to do a rank, man. I really don't. Pain in the ass. This one, new season, I'll do rank. Yeah, I think I'm done with this.
Oh, right.
Let us go see what's going on. They're doing...
Still allow Heretics to have that stall potential, have the heals to be able to match what Shiki can output, but also the Rage of Ultron to be able to keep things like Frost Mountain in check. As this next fight will be starting off very quickly for Heretics. They've got the Gambit ult. They know that everyone from Shiki don't really have those resources outside of things like these symbiotic shenanigans. Lindstrom, Cav, both down from their ultimates. Heretics will look to hit fast and hit hard.
Deep breaths, everybody, because these first fights have lasted a good portion of time. The difference is that Shikigami not going to have the portal to work with to try to recontest this, and Heretics have been almost exclusively doing that, so they're going to have to sort of think of how they want to approach this point. Good news for Heretics, this point is very similar to the last in just how it's sort of set up. You've got the main pillar to be playing around, and multiple little alcoves to take this fight, as well as the high ground, which has been hotly contested by Enzo. The deep dive comes in as to try to group up for the Royal Flush to force people off of the objective, and Kaya just wants to keep that foot onto the objective, onto the point. It's his counterpart on the other side that goes down first as Lindstrom finds the CC in order to pick him. The problem, however, is the Team Heretics switching over to the White Fox triple strategists themselves have actually found the pick and the dive onto the back line, and Heretics for the first time flip the point first.
Yeah, Alex with that Spectral Surge able to keep on top of Kaya on this Venom much more easily. With the Charm connection, it means that the Venom's not able to freely engage and disengage, potentially even use the shields to be able to play their own life. Kaya can be a little bit more forward though, since he does have Feast of the Abyss for this next fight, and Heretics burned both the Ultron and the Gambit ult early, so Enzo buys the team space and time to build Alex's ult with the Banhammer. Shiki forced into actually using Lindstrom's ult, have to find an opportunity for damage boost capabilities, or that ult's done with very little value except from just walking from choke.
Kaya is very much like, my point, mine, go away everybody. Even the Feast of Abyss is going to be dedicated, and he actually just get the connection onto Enzo that just seems to drop right into it. It seems like it's going to be pretty barren at that point, but that progression that was made on the point, or at least the turn that was attempted from Shikigami, going to be shut down as the Galactic Legend finds Kaya on the exit, and Heretics holding on to good portion, good ultimates, and Shikigami might start to be a little bit more stressed now with how this is going.
Yeah, such an early Luna ult. Gained very little value. You still does help the Freedom Charge, at least for Shiki to be able to engage off of. You have more sustain. It's Jeff actually invested before Alex uses that Kumeho Unleashed. So you don't go with the Freedom Charge first to force Alex to have to match the sustain and use the Jeff ult to counter it after, which means that Alex now gets free
It's kind of good to have an Ultra here because he can hide behind those pillars, man.
From Alex this time gets frozen out as Cav has hers available, but maybe not a good chance to actually trade it out. Like taking all the damage, has to go and use it now, but the focus is there actually to make sure that this Camille ultimate isn't going to quite last the same amount of time. Managing to disengage at the very least is Alex, and now the Banhammer from Enzo, which has actually provided quite a lot in these like more scrappy fights where ultimates can't be relied on. That with the Rage of Ultron, two perfect ultimates to make sure that an even fight isn't quite even anymore. Shikigami running on fumes when it comes to ultimates. You can see Kyle already looming over towards the Strange to allow a portal play, but it hasn't felt close on this one. Heretics have been the ones that have actually kept their foot on the objective and really ushered Shikigami away from it. The portal might be there, and it's just in the lick of time. Requires Lindstrom to be the first to touch, which means that he has to be the one to deal with this endeavor that's thrown at him. Heretics showed that attrition is the name of their game as a reverse sweep on Celestial Husk.
Yeah, you can start to see the crack showing, I think, from Shiki. They knew how to use the Jeff composition for stall, but it was totally a different story when they had to play it to retake. Honestly, if they're not going to play Gambit, I think going for a first save on Wolverine, the way that Rad would prioritize crazy kitties like Black Cat or Wolverine early in their ban draft would allow them a much greater chance of building compositions around Frost Mountain.
See how this one is going to go for Shikigami. It's their map choice, and we do like full best of fives between these two teams. We'll see if it goes into that after this.
Damn! These are the top of the top teams, man. Oh, crap. I guess Deadpool tank is meta, I guess? They're using and competitive looks like. Yeah, they had no ult, so they got screwed. I mean, if Luna had her ult, then maybe they could have survived that, but freaking Star-Lord is freaking crazy, man. Never fail, never falls. Look at Jeff. Shikigami. They probably got to change it up, right? Lower bracket. What is the prize money for this? I wonder. Our Marvel's with Disney money, man. So. I wonder what chat's saying. Hold on. They get like cookies and chips or something like that. The break. I gotta take a piss, bro. Gotta get some cookies, get some refueling. Gotta get some cookies and stuff, guys. Back 2 minutes 35 seconds. What did I get? I got the emotes. Nice. Damn, upper finals. Lower bracket 2.2 and the lower bracket 2.1. Damn. Damn! I'm gonna get that, yo. Croc. Damn!
I outnumber you. Your powers are mine!
Your Captain America with his big old bulge. There you go. That's the one. Big old bulge. Big old booty and big old bulge. Damn!
Assemble! Sorry, soldier.
We are back, and so far this hasn't been a stroll on the beach for either team, but it could be a stroll on the beach for you. With the Loki Seaside Siren, White Fox Coastal Kumiho, and of course, the Captain America Seaside Sentinel. Ryan had a great joke yesterday of there's nothing more humiliating than being beaten over the head until you are sent back to spawn by an inflatable duck ring. But you can do so in your games with these skins all available now, so you can head into game and grab those yourself.
America's pretty hairy, huh?
But
Pretty hairy
balloons
guy,
aren't currently being raised for Shikigami, as the first map did go over to Heretics. But it wasn't easy, Moxie. This was a bit of a close game.
Yeah, no stroll, that's for sure. Marathon, I think, is more fitting of a description for how long the first 2 points went, at least. When we went to that third one, Heretics much more in control. The swaps that they did were very impactful, and I think like you saw the cracks from Shikigami. They knew how to stall with that composition. They knew how to play the long fights. They did not know how to play the retake.
And Ryan, Naga with the MVP there. We were talking, Moxie just mentioned it. There were some really good swaps from Heretics this game.
It had to be, yeah, because it felt like the whole idea of their composition, they were still trying to go for the triple strategist to begin with, just moving things around to make sure that Naga was on this and Tanuki was able to go into the Ultron. Looked to be the difference maker, because it was the likes of Rage of Ultron, Banhammer, just really beating down Shikigami's like big ultimates, big cooldowns to really give Naga the space to go in with the Galactic Legends. So I do like the sort of switch around where Heretics are very good and flexible at changing stuff on the spot, even if they're a little bit slow to adapt.
They got 3 heals.
We have to say that Shikigami coming out in the right idea. The main thing is like Moxie mentioned.
So I guess
is it worth
three
protecting the Gambit if
strategists
you
is
don't
like the
really have
meta, I
intention
guess.
of using
So
it?
you
If you
got
want to
3
go for
heals.
triple strategist, you're not going to get the Mantis. Heretics is certainly not going to let that happen. But is it worth even getting stuff like the Wolverine protected because Frost Mountain has been so key on it?
It is a good question, but the Gambit has been so instrumental to these teams. It's going to be bucking at their heads. Like you say, they could get their hands on that Wolverine, but if suddenly your draft just plays out perfectly into a Gambit draft, how much are you leaving on the table? It's a tough situation to be in, Moxie.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen, though, Frost Mountain has been able to shut down Star-Lords with Gambit before on the Wolverine, and Shiki, like, they used Fastball. Their last series went 5 full maps versus Strays, because for the last 3 maps, they just leaned on Fastball. That was the reverse sweep that they sort of just worked out, okay, we're a Wolverine team, East was a really strong Hulk player, let's just go for Fastball and use it to totally shut down the front line from our opponent. You don't have to have Gambit to be able to enable that. So I think honestly for Shiki, it's about identifying your specific strengths as opposed to playing to the meta that a lot of teams are conforming to.
Shikigami looking to maybe rub some salt into the wound from yesterday, where Heretics just missed out on qualifying for those mid-season finals versus Virtus Pro. So Shikigami looking to take them there for map number 2. Can they bring it back? I leave you with Ryan Central and Got Moxie to find out.
See what the Shikigami coach of Kaf's Cats said in the break. See if there's going to be any changes with the draft. I mean, they were interesting with how they were sort of going for the one-sided, like, invisible woman, which makes sense if you're going for the fastball. It's one of the sort of main counters. Looks like the first ban isn't going to be any different so far, and yeah, they're still going to protect the Gambit. I don't think this is too much of like a big issue that they're making.
Everybody,
but you would like to see them
playing like
use
at their
Gambit
home,
considering it's available.
They're like playing in
yeah,
together.
And Heretics, I'm sure, will follow up
got
with a ban onto the Wolverine as soon as they are able to, once they've just removed issues of like the rocket, that you have to be concerned about Gambit, Rocket, Star-Lord, not free heroes that you want to see making it through the draft, because it just
Shikigami's
makes your job so much harder. You have to get the eliminations.
They can
yeah,
call
there
out
we
and
go.
talk about their
Heretics
plan.
yet again prioritizing the Wolverine even above the Rocket
at their
that
home base or wherever
Shikigami
they're
have
at
not
together.
so far played. As Heretics now get the opportunity to go for a save, is this the Rocket themselves so they can secure it one-sided yet again? Nope, Captain America.
It means that you have the sustain and dive to jump onto the point, and well, it's sort of looking like Beetle has been one of the best Captain Americas in the region. One of the players on this roster that hasn't attended an international event and looking to change that, as he is the only player that wasn't on that Citadel roster now, with the addition of Ken coming back over from the Americas region back onto this team under a different banner. Rocket is going to be the final ban for Shikigami. Might want to protect it here to get it one-sided, or they might want to make sure that this is as mirrored as it can be by getting the Captain America themselves for a Cedo.
Yeah, freedom charge, and like you said, the stall potential of even if you lose a fight, at least you can stall the objective to secure taking the next one when you're on a more even footing, or potentially even full advantage ultimate economy with your opponent. Heretics now might decide to match the Rocket ban as well, since one-sided BRB is not a fun thing to have to contest, plus Phoenix being out of the meta entirely from the nerfs that she has means that Cosmic Yarn Amplifier has become that much harder to break. No Wolverines, Daredevil still available for both of these teams. It is Midtown. This is one of the more harder maps to be able to pull off dive.
Practice. They call this a practice room.
We shall see. As something to note as well, Ryan,
these guys
is
are
that
sponsored pretty good. They have like their own office as a practice
both of
room.
these teams. Loki,
Everybody else,
Adam,
like Shikigami's, like at their
in
home.
the draft alongside that
Either
invisible woman. We know that
away
Heretics
from the
will go
different
for a
parts of
triple
Europe. That's probably what it is.
outlook on their defense,
For Heretics,
but do
looks like they have their
Shikigami
own
decide
space
to
where they
match
work
the
at
way that they
together.
rolled out on triple strat earlier?
It's a bit of a mixed map. Heretics have actually lost the last game that they played on it.
Come on,
against
Leolaz.
Pro.
Do it. Swamp showed the way.
It would be stellar. And I mean, we know that there's been a lot more communication, shall we say, a lot more scrims from across the pond, also into Pacific as well. Like the Pacific, like Oceanic teams have been scrimming Europe teams. I would say who.
Well, the anti-heal as well, right? How do you beat a team that relies on so much healing? You apply
made too much
anti-heal,
sense that
but
he switched off of it.
I mean, it's okay because Kraken Impact is also one of those things which can keep up with the amount of revives that Heretics will have at their disposal. Plus, you can hook players out of things like Invisible Boundary. We've seen Shiki in the past utilize this Bucky to just grab players out of position, depositing them behind Kaya's walls to break line of sight so that the backline will not be able to save those who get grabbed.
Now, I think a lot of focus goes on to the front lines for both these teams. Like Kaya versus Beetle as a head-to-head is the one to watch because Groot can find a huge amount of value blossom in the right situations if he is left to his own devices. But the longer that these first fights go for, if it's not going Shikigami's way, the worse it's going to be because Ken is already 64% of the way built up to having his ultimate. Naga's behind, but it does mean that Ken has the option if he wants to go for the camera revival or the invisible boundary. Doesn't matter. Feels like he's got that available to him, but that strangling prison on the side of Shikigami. Kaya was getting very close, but Enzo's full focus takes him out, which might have really set this up for Team Heretics to dig their heels in.
Yeah, it's a slow crawl for Shikigami, unless they can just grab players out of position and follow up with the vulnerability of Cap's Terror Cape. Like, force Loki Lamps from Ken, force Soul Bombed from the Adam Warlock, and only then can you truly commit to walking. Ken's got that ultimate, ready to go. Will likely go for a copy onto Alex. Brought on by the Strangling Prison Wombo combo of Kraken Impact. They're looking to put the pressure onto the Adam, forcing the Soul Bomb before Kaya uses that. And there's the elimination onto the Invisible Woman. Ken copying the Sue as opposed to the Adam. That might be a mistake that Heretics pay for in the long run.
And that was Frost Mountain just being an absolute pest in the backline. His dive, he disengaged. The focus shifted from Heretics to try to maybe deal with him, and that's where the Strangling Prison was dropped in. Lindstrom goes for the copy himself to see if he can actually push this onwards with the Eternal Bond, and things start trucking along finally for Shikigami. You do have a camera revival 10% of the way there, but Shikigami having plenty to work with.
Heretics burned Cocoon. So if you lose the Atom halfway through the ult and Frost Mountain being on that Daredevil, like Calf can use Eternal Bond to drive deep into Heretic space to deny any safe position of using that Atom ult. This could very quickly be cut short.
Tanuki is on the Magneto having the Meteor M. He's not got a big ultimate to be eaten, but Silent Seduction is going to be the thing that's going to force out whatever is available for Shikigami first. It's going to pull Frost Mountain out of position, and that has provided maybe a window for Naga to sit back if the ultimates are needed. The Eternal Bond is going to leap in from Cav to try to give some more offensive options, as well as the lamps from Loki. That regeneration domain is going to have those copies bring up that healing as much as they possibly can in this engagement, but Heretics holding on, not needed to use any much more outside of the Psionic Seduction, but Shikigami also trying to combine these ultimates together. Let the Devil Out is going to bring out that Meteor M in hand. He's just trying to find the right target, hits the brunt of Groot's face and doesn't find the elimination off the back of it, but the other Vanguards find the picks with just a dive in on the fight. Shikigami losing out on numbers, and that time Wick is burnt down to 40 seconds.
Damn.
This, I mean, with the speed that these fights go on Triple Threat, this could very well be last fight before Desperation Strange TP. Leylaz has to get the Kraken impact of all Kraken impacts to be able to shut down through Ken's copied Invisible Boundary into that Soul Bond. A hook blocked masterfully by Beetle as Ken actually goes for an early Loki copy and gets the Cloak and Dagger. Eternal Bond pushes Shiki all the way back. They can't simply disengage something static like the Boundary, and that forces Regeneration Domain from Lindstrom too.
It's a couple of those moments that we've seen. Ken is very good at just being like, this is mine now. The copy's going to come in for Eternal Bond for Lindstrom. He's just going to wait to use it, see if he gets up some more of the kit from Cloak and Dagger. Notably, some of the anti-heal from the Terra Cape as the Kraken's impact is finally going to get used from Leylaz. You have the Karmic Revival though for Naga. He's going to have that life cocoon back at this rate. He went down pretty low HP, and the combinations aren't quite bopping along for Leylaz. He's only got one reset as the Eye of Agamotto's going to come through. Doesn't connect onto anybody, but it is going to force Shikigami into some more precarious positions that have actually turned into their advantage. They're finding the picks, but Karmic Revival's brought back too, and you're very close to having a Psionic Seduction. That is about it. As soon as it was available for a Seedor, he brought it out. Same with Eternal Bond for Calf now as they want to really push back these players. There's maybe an Invisible Boundary just available for Alex. As soon as he gets it, it's going to go down just on the edge of this point. But you've got the big picks actually from all of Shikigami finding these eliminations. Even the Meteor M doesn't find much as Frost Mountain just gets into the face of Tanuki. The stall is going to run out of options, and Shikigami get it across the first checkpoint.
Damn.
Kaya totally cooks through that Invisible Boundary with Feast of the Abyss. So many people hit with anti-heals that Shiki have the damage to be able to punch through the Boundary uptime and break it early, because that came real close. Like, Heretics were starting to stall, starting to gain players back with the potential of a strange TP play. But Shiki pushed through into second, and now the stall comp swaps to something that's looking a little bit more deadly. As you've got the Cyclops instead of the Atom for the poke, and Tanuki on the Daredevil to match where exactly Frost Mountain tries to set up these flanks.
Yeah, and so not going to have much help with like mitigating some of the damage coming through. The bludgeoning from Daredevil that's about to come in from the Let the Devil Out. Actually, eliminations going onto the other side as the counter dive comes through, taking out the backline that has changed faces a little bit as well for Shikigami, going more towards 2-2-2, but also switching over to the Luna White Fox instead of this Cloak and Dagger. You have the team up, sure, but it feels a little bit more brittle for your backline, especially when you've got Tanuki diving in on the Daredevil. The scrappiness is seemingly only suiting Team Heretics on this defense.
Yeah, I mean, Shiki start walking away with the eliminations of Frost Mountain's ult, but they're not actually walking away with the objective, because Beetle on that cap just stalls and lives and pulls Freedom Charge in the duration. So Heretics can go first aggressively with Ken's ultimate. Shiki having tried to answer back with Freedom Charge, but they've lost the Daredevil on the kite before the extra armor comes through, and Heretics will be able to hold their position as Shiki are forced back. Late pick onto Beetle though, so no Freedom Charge for Heretics to cycle into. If Lindstrom uses the ult, Alex will be forced to match with Fate of both worlds.
24 seconds left, and we're just passing 100 meters here as the payload has to really sort of get into the lower parts of Midtown. Silent Seduction goes out on Kai to try to pull people back right into the face of the Ruby Rage. It doesn't quite get the eliminations, but it's forcing out free ultimates all at the same time, including the Ruby Rage on the other side. Fate of both worlds is the thing that kept people alive, but as soon as it ended, Tanuki finds his demise and his way back into spawn. Beetle trying to chase him with a freedom charge, gets frozen. The path to extra sustain not quite there as the Sea Dog gets his revenge onto the other side. And Shikigami finally fighting back a little bit more. Calf over on his White Fox allows a little bit more of a hold W and win playstyle, and that managed to have maybe bring up this fight. If it wasn't for the portal, like you mentioned, a switch over for Tanuki this time. We saw some theatrics from Fai here yesterday, and Tanuki is 60% of the way building up an Eye of Agamotto. Already Shikigami's like, don't let that happen again. Try to find the right focuses. They go for Enzo first. They find on pick onto Beetle. And finally, it seems that it's just leaving the Strange until last. Everybody else has dipped and dropped. And Shikigami, with 90 seconds left, are aiming for the final part of this map.
Yeah, but they're running out of time. That's what Heretics are known for when we play these convoy and convergence maps. Take so many fights, be so hard to totally wipe off, even if you're losing, have the cap to be able to stall the objective, that it forces your opponent time on time again into the OT, and Beetle's up to his old tricks. I mean, this guy at this point has to rename to Cockroach with how hard it is for Shiki to be able to fully take him down, and it's buying Heretics so much time. That's already a minute of Shikigami's time bank, and it barely pushed the cart past Fist Building.
I mean, this is the part where, like Day was casting, he'd sort of mentioned stuff about invertebrates and all of this sort of like scientific mumbo jumbo, but for me, it's just smash and grab for Shikigami, as it's just a brawl in the streets of Manhattan. Seeing if Shikigami can edge this further forward if they possibly can, as Heretics' ability to stall things out is looking a little bit lackluster at the moment. Tanuki's so close to having the devil out, but he is being ushered away, pushed out of these ratty positions, and in fact taken out in the neutral as the dive comes in with the Fate of both worlds. It's a lot of sustain and even a lot of eliminations going the way of Team Heretics now, and that's on to a Luna Snow with her ultimate available too. Kaya low, trying to keep a touch on it, keep the overtime wick burning, but everybody's gone down. At least it's provided that opportunity, but I don't see anybody, at least on screen, looking to get even close to touching the objective. Frost Mountain on the transit gets taken out. Fate of both worlds has to be the thing that comes in, as well as the Feast of the Abyss, that's just allowing a touch and time for the portal. You're even throwing a Devil Dinosaur in there for good measure. It's not quite on your left, it's just raw. I don't know what noises Devil Dinosaurs make when they jump through portals. I'm not built for these moments, but Shikigami certainly are. Kamiho's going to be the thing that kind of runs all the way through, as it's just an animal farm for Shikigami. Seeing if they can get a couple more meters onto the point. Galactic Legend Naga is going to be the thing looming in on the sky, but the Buddy Barrier is still useful even now. Not quite to keep Kath and Lindstrom alive, though, as they're going to be picked off with the focus, the coordinations. This clap that comes in from Team Heretics might have clapped their way to stalling out this defense just shy of the third checkpoint, and they do so. Shikigami making good work, but Heretics have a line in the sand to cross.
Yeah, something, 1,000 cuts from the side of Heretics when you're playing into this team. You know what you're in store for. Honestly, it's such a good Fate of both worlds. Like, half a second swaps to the damage boost for Enzo to totally snap through Lindstrom, who gets absolutely just chumped by that Feast of the Abyss. Goes down with the ult intact, so Shiki forced to just desperately throw Kaya at the objective, literally, with the Venom dive and then the Luna ult on top to sustain the team long enough for the Strange swap and the portal. That means that you don't have the Luna ult to stand up to the Galactic Legend, and Heretics able to just stall out the objective, not allow it free distance, still keep the stall up off of some really nifty iframes as well through the Galactic Legend, and punishing the lack of grounding beam that the Devil Dinosaur has lost. But Shiki say, anything you can do, we'll try to do better, as it will be a stall composition from Shiki on their own defense. Now it's up to Heretics to be able to break this fast.
It's a fun one to be watching as a neutral, but I imagine both these teams are stressing out a bit more, and they would have another game to go if they do win out this best of 5 to try to qualify for mid-season alongside Na'Vi and Virtus Pro. Heretics, you almost sort of expect them to be writing their name on the list in pencil tentatively, but weirder things have happened in Europe, and we've certainly had these upsets. I see it. I see it. Tanuki's doing it. If there's going to be a weird character coming out and play for EMEA, it's going to be him. He's not going to be the first to do it in EMEA, but sort of across globally, but he is going to be the first to do it in EMEA. Tanuki showing a little bit of respect, I suppose, to some of the other teams that he might be meeting at mid-season finals if this all goes to plan.
Well, no fires and cuts, but definitely fires and fold slash that Tanuki is trying to build up to pair alongside Enzo Strangling Prison to slice through the properties of that invisible boundary that Caf is able to build, but Heretics will have to hold off. They lose the Blade, they lose the Cyclops, no duelists in this fight. It's time to disengage without losing more players and losing more time. Full regroup assembled, Tanuki's off to the races, up onto the high ground to go clear out Leolaz.
Just trying to get the stacks built up in the end. I Am Groot is going to be used, struggling prison for Kaya. Not seeing the eliminations. Oh, there we go. Just a little bit afterwards onto Beetle, but the walls are certainly showing that's more of the problematic areas. Ken goes for the copy to try to get the Royal Flush. It's going to look a little bit more potent, especially when you got Alex that might combine it into two of a kind straight afterwards. 1,000 cuts for Tanuki, though. Let's see exactly what the action's going to be. It might not even be needed because everybody's gone down. The Camera Revival is brought back free. So Tanuki going to crack his knuckles, show that there's only ever been one blade potentially. Maybe not. I feel like I've just been baited out, just waiting for the moment to finally see it outside of a zombies game, Moxie. But Tanuki is holding on to it.
What, again?
I mean, he's just using the sustainability of the lifesteal to go body check the Vanguard, splitting Shiki's backline totally away from being able to keep up the Cap, the Groot, or the Mag. Having the damage reduction off of the block, there's the Fire and Fall slash invested in main. Lindstrom reacting with the regeneration domain, able to keep Shiki up though, and Kaya takes the blade down.
Yeah, it's a bit of a go quietly into the night moment, but at the very least, Heretics have been moving forward. It hasn't been the flashiest, it doesn't need to be. Tanuki has a job to do, and he's going to do it, whether it's on a character we barely see or not. But Strangler Prison now going to be used on both sides to keep things sustained and simple. But Shikigami using a Freedom Charge allows him to sort of try to survive a little bit more out, but it's not going to matter. Zenzo has found himself too, onto the back line, no less. I don't know if there's going to be time for Laylas to go in for this portal. There should be, as he's going to be the one to sort of bring it back in, but this might be a bit more of a staggered approach. There is a little bit of a window of time. And doing it towards that, they have a bit of a chance to hold on for Caf, who was one of the last to go down. You're right. Visible Boundary is going to be thrown in as soon as it possibly can, and that finds a pick onto Enzo. For ultimates for Heretics, yes, you're very close to having the God of Mischief that might go in for a copy to go for the Royal Flush. See if this attack can actually hold W and bully these players from Shikigami off of the objective. And with a blade, it's not going to matter too much because Leolis' Maelstrom finds quite a lot in the end. Ruby Rage very close, as well as your own God of Mischief that could go for another copy of an Invisible Boundary. That would be nice for Lindstrom if it allows us to sustain, but luckily he might not even need to have it in hand, as Heretics sort of ran out some of those more offensive capabilities, trying to go back in now that they have that Royal Flush, but it's a bit of an in and out prospect. It doesn't really feel that they have that like go in moment that Shikigami have built up. They've gone for the copy, and he's gone for their own Royal Flush on the other side.
Yeah, Lindstrom got the match to Alex. So now it's all even, but you do have more poke with the Cyclops, more pick potential. Ruby Rage connects onto so many players from Shiki who are funneled up on that one side of objective, trying to play it safe and keep that position on the objective. Feast of the Abyss from Beetle should seal Shiki's fate. No more portal for stall to allow Caf to come back with a saving Invisible Boundary. By the skin of their teeth, Heretics send us to second.
And this continues on. Whilst we have a moment, Blade, Midtown, Moxie, why? As quick as you can, because we have a bit of breathing room.
Yeah, we do have somewhat breathing room. I mean, like I said, we're seeing him just invested much you would see like the Wolverine to be able to go put pressure on the Vanguards. And just like the Wolverine has the passive to proc to be able to keep himself safe and not rely as heavily on team resources, Blade also has both the lifesteal but also the damage reduction from the block, right? So Tanuki's pushing Shikigami back, splitting a lot of their Vanguards from the backline, which is depriving Lindstrom and Caf of these opportunities of having first ults ahead of Ken and Alex.
trying to build it up all the way. If he can, he's doing the damage at the very least, but he doesn't want to be really shooting his gun. If he can get close in with the blades, as the namesake, that's where he wants to be trying to fight. And Shikigami have to sort of respect it, as you sort of see it. Certainly with the group walls, getting stuck between a rock and a pointy place is going to be very tough for Shikigami on his defense. Could spell the end. Freedom Charge is going to be the one dedicated to allow that more defensive fight to come in, but 1,000 Cuts is going to come in on the other side. It's more of like a get out of there moment for Shikigami, but I haven't seen the eliminations come quite in as Kaya. Somehow Kaya's managed to survive a good portion of time up until the very end. Like Frost Mountain is actually the one to go down, as Ruby Rage from Layla's is going to find a pick over onto Enzo. That Freedom Charge did a lot to keep Shikigami going, because both strategist ultimates are available now.
Yeah, job done. Tanuki's like, okay, I forced Shikigami to have to walk all the way back on first, give up a lot of space, allow us to take those fights very close to the checkpoint, so we can try and overwhelm with things like the double Gambit ult fight.
Man,
now, you're going on to Daredevil to match Frost Mountain's flank. You don't want Shikigami to have one-sided information, especially because that means they can catch your rotations. They will know if you try to push main, if you try to push sides, they'll be able to set up and catch you first. Ken, with that Gambit ult copy, actually baits Cap into using Invisible Boundary fairly early, which means that he just cancels the ult and holds on to it for once Boundary's fallen.
Yeah, he actually just uses it right at the end there, and you've got Alex that has his own Royal Flush, but Laylas has found the pick onto Naga, so suddenly this like almost unprecedented advantage that Team Heretics have to put them on top hasn't quite worked out now. There comes the second ultimate that is going to be matched from Lindstrom this time, and Tanuki's the one to go down. Laylas is just finding the picks at the perfect time. It couldn't be better for Shikigami on this defense as Frost Mountain has been unleashed. He did have to let the Devil out available. The ultimate could have been handy, but he didn't feel the need to have it in hand. Heretics now might need to go for something to try to touch. Portal is going to be very much on the last second. If it wasn't for Naga, I think throwing himself onto the objective right at the end, it means that there's a player down. 3 versus 2 on the point in favor of Heretics, actually. The Shikigami trying to use this as a chance to try to regroup. They don't have to sustain. They don't have these strategist ultimates, but neither do Heretics. You're waiting for that Ruby Rage to come in. It's getting lined up alongside the Devil ultimate for Daredevil. There's the pick up to Tanuki, and Laylas finds himself another first blood in these fights. The Vanguards both using these ultimates offensively and defensively. His Freedom Charge Silent Seduction going to be used in tandem, and Frost Mountain actually goes down. Shikigami hesitated, it felt like. Yeah, they didn't have these big ultimates to turn the fight into their favor, but neither did Heretics, and now you're just providing them an opportunity to spring this forward, and they're pushing towards the end of this checkpoint.
Cap will have Invisible Boundary to stand up to Galactic Legend. She's going to have to use it on the objective. Everyone from Shiki perfectly placed themselves within the confines of the boundary. And once it drops, you'll have Freedom Charge. And Heretics step off the point.
They step up.
Oh, we're going to have to sort of look back at that one in the end. I think it was very key ultimate from Cav. Naga wanted to try to intercept people making their way back in.
Them, dude.
And it just seemed to like miss out. Too much of a focus, too scrappy, but it does honor up the series 1-1. Means the Heretics have to make a bit of a longer approach to this one, but it was a best of 5 last time, as I keep mentioning. We'll see where Heretics want to go, as their choice is going to be Convergence after this quick break.
Dang, that was good. Played and did a good job. Yeah, they did it all right, man. That was good, man. Hold on a minute. Let me. Tanuki threw game on Blade. They lost point. I don't know if he threw game. I just know he got tore up.
We are back and we're sitting at a beautiful even score as Shikigami bring it back despite the attempt of Blade to burst on through. Shikigami are able to tank it out. We've been talking about just how good Beetle is at delaying these points, how good Beetle is at just trying to create any kind of distraction as they can. In fact, even called a cockroach due to how hard they are to take out during that last game. If we're doing that, then potentially the front line of Shikigami in that last map should be called Water Bears, because they were just impossible to take out, Mox.
Yeah, impossible to take out. We've finally found a team that can stand up to the sheer staying power of Heretics. Like, it is essentially just unstoppable object meets immovable force between these two teams. Both of them running triple strategists, both of them refusing flat out to lose a fight off of sheer stubbornness and force of will, and the triples within. But the MVP will go to Kaya, both for his performance on the Emma, but honestly, on the attack, the Venom. Like 41 eliminations, some of them being with Feast of the Abyss, helped out by Fate of Both Worlds for that damage boost capabilities, just meant that they were able to do what Heretics were not. Finish off the fights and push the objective more distance.
There's not just that, but there's also the sheer protection they were able to give. We even saw Tanuki coming in when they were on that triple Vanguard, coming in on a Doctor Strange for a while.
Good, bro.
And
like,
yet,
compared like people
Kaya
that I play with,
was always
my accuracy
there
is not that great, but these guys' accuracy is like 50%.
Yeah, leading from the front as well. Like, you've got a good matchup with like the groups on either side, but switch over to Emma just provided a little bit more like going power. Isidore, like both of the Captain Americas just doing their job. It's why it's been somewhat of a focus in getting available in drafts or banning out on the other side. But like moving on to like the sort of like convergence maps where like stall is going to become a lot more prominent. I imagine that like Heretics aren't going to be too phased by like dropping this map. They did drop it yesterday. It could be a bit of an area to look at before they get to mid-season finals, if they get to mid-season finals, mind you, because of how it went against Virtus Pro yesterday. But like, that's in the past. You have to focus on how much of a long series this is going to be. and try to find these like different openings, because that was a draft where it was like mirrored on both sides. There was no character that was available to one or the other. Both teams had the exact same characters available, which wasn't a Wolverine, which wasn't a Rocket. Need to find some opportunities elsewhere, perhaps for Heretics, if they want to keep things going.
That was also Shiki using Gambit, right?
Yeah.
They went for the first save on Gambit first round, did not use it once. Like, not even when they started losing the round did they swap to it. They just stayed with the triple strategist and the Jeff. This time, they saved the Gambit. They do use it. I think, honestly, another, like, call that I would have given for MVP was Kaf. Her invisible boundaries, one for Shiki to be able to stall out first, and then the last we'll have to go back and see from her exact POV what the heck happened within that invisible boundary, because it comes up to defend versus the Galactic Legend. We don't get to see into it. We're following Star-Lord POV with the ultimate, and suddenly the map ends. So Heretics might have like stepped away because they're worried about the slow. It could have been a force physics from Kaf as well to just push everyone off of it, and no surprises. Stall will continue. Triple strategist, very much the spice of the week as we head to Lower Manhattan, a map that Heretics were able to totally slow and stall Virtus Pro on yesterday.
Yeah, Moxie brought it up. This is a very delay-focused pair of teams right now, and we're heading to one of the hardest maps to push on in. So, because the game might take forever, we'll get into it early so that you can all go to bed tonight. So, thank you all very much from myself. I will peace out and leave you with Ryan Central at Got Boxing.
Neither team has lost on this map, as we've sort of been mentioning. Heretics did win against Virtus Pro here yesterday, and we also saw Shikigami beating Fire Strays here in a long best of 5, much like preseason, and also beating Reason Gaming, another team that was eliminated yesterday, but that was over in the group stages in Group B, where Shikigami, you've got to say, weren't really tested that much in their group stage. The only team that managed to get a win over them were the ones that they're facing right now in Team Heretics. So this is likely going to be the same sort of compositions. Just a quick snack if you want one. No, Beetle's fine. He doesn't want it. Naga always, like, he's always a strategist in heart. He's there to support his team as much as possible.
True, actually, yeah. Strategist both in-game and off the field. As I think it's very important, like, both of these teams understand this is not a sprint. This has the potential of being a 5-map series. I think we're expecting it to go a 5-map series. So being fueled, being ready to push through a very grueling matchup will be very important, as if one team runs out of steam, they are sadly ran out of their chances of attending mid-season. But hey, brilliant news for all of you at home if you're watching with your account linked. If this series goes long, you'll easily be able to grab up all of our drops and cosmetics.
Yeah, there's going to be a rehost of the server because somebody picked the wrong map, which is fine. I gotta say as well, I'm a little bit, like, tiny bit biased towards Heretics qualifying, because I would imagine, like, Tanuki's mum would be at mid-season finals as well, and she, like, has some, like, banger cosplays as well. Like, she had a grand final, so, like, there's always that. It's always just, like, the extra people that these teams bring along, but also Shikigami. We're looking at, like, the likes of Rad and stuff, like the chopped players being very shy of qualifying for grand finals, as being potentially, like, the 3rd best team in the region at that point. Shikigami and Rad, they deserve their flowers at some point. The problem is that you have 3 partnership powerhouse teams in front of you that are the heavy favorites. Now would be a good time to try to cause the same kind of upset that Rad did by beating VP in preseason, but the draft, I imagine, to begin with, Moxie, exactly the same.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams likely equipped with both the Loki and the Adam and the Invisible Woman for this draft to have for their defense, so purely just a case of who can beat the stall composition faster. Unless we see any major shakeups, I imagine that would come from Heretics' end. As we said, like, everyone that we talk to for interviews always go on about Line Pro cooking up weird compositions, weird drafts, but from both of these teams, they have very similar strengths outside of Shikigami relying on that fastball, which is why we see the continuation of the ban out from Wolverine from both of these teams, as if you're running a stall strategy and you have 3 Vanguards on the field, letting a Wolverine through is the last thing that you want to have to handle.
Nobody wants to deal with the Wolverine.
Heretics now, final ban of Daredevil. protected the Captain America, it's looking pretty even, which I think just from what we saw for Shikigami, you're going to take these mirror matchups.
Yeah.
Because it feels like you're sort of more available to it. You've shown that you can actually combine well with the Gambit on your side if you ever need to. And so Shikigami going into this map, similar to the last, very even draft, no differences anywhere.
Yeah, and Shiki, they'll be happy about this, right? Because both teams used stall strats on their defense of Midtown, and Shiki were the team to come out on top. So really for Heretics, it's a case of, do we adjust our draft? Which means, like, do we try to find a place of removing something like that Loki potentially, but then you let the Rogue slide with the Gambit in play, or you let the Wolverine through
That
with
Gambit
Frost
comes
Mountain
clutch,
in play,
and they have that
or you let
Loki
one-sided
copy
Daredevil
Gambit
through, which makes
Ultimate.
it very
Man, that's
easy for
crazy,
Shikigami
dude.
to be able to get around your triple Vanguards and
Dude,
go
what's
for the
up,
hits
man?
on the backline before they've been able to build up that cache of ultimates to fully stall out a lot of these fights. So for both of them, full mirror drafts, it really is just a
Just
case
watching
of
the
play
tournaments
better.
right now. The low tier, the lower
Any
bracket dude is
coordinated
really
claps?
good,
I
man.
haven't seen any. Might be just so focused on locking in that they just want to make sure that this goes into play. But Team Heretics are used to playing in this fashion, and different to preseason. You've got Ken that's on the roster and Oasis going over to Sentinels and not been played, and Sentinels didn't
Yeah, we can
qualify.
play
I'm not
again,
saying
man.
that those two things
Oh.
coordinate, but already
That's
a
not
pot play.
free. Shiki on the defense, not fielding free. 2-2. Heretics going to be portaling with Enzo on the Strange before swapping
again.
It did this yesterday too.
Hold on. Emma to be able to rejoin the team. So you already have like presence.
All right. Oh. Now let me start the game. All right. Dude Bob wants to play. Let's play, bro. Yeah, I was watching the tournament. Those guys are good, man. It's just crazy. I'm just watching how they play. It's really informative, like watching them play, because these are the people at the top of their game, you know. So it's good to watch. It's nighttime over here, man. It's almost 10:30 at night over here. No problem. It won't let me invite me. For some reason, it won't let me add you. Won't let me request to join.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
My strategy? Die first and GG no heal. Duh. Everyone's favorite merc with a mouth is ready to throw down, baby.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Work on par with Wakanda's own. Impressive.
Just imagine what we could accomplish if we shared our files.
I'm sorry. Wakanda is not quick to trust outsiders with its secrets.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Enemy ahead.
They got me good. I can use a hand. Oh yeah, baby, that's the good stuff. Wait a minute. Boom! No skill shot. Deadpool with the assist. Here comes Deadpool.
My strength is returning. You were unfit.
Watch out, coming through. Thank goodness. Who's the man? Waiting. Boom! No skill shot. We make a killer team. More for your country with honor. Heads up, losers.
That guy just fell off.
They got me good. Take this loser out, would ya?
That is much better.
This officially makes us DFS now. Here comes Deadpool.
Much better.
Oh yeah, baby, that's the good stuff. Heads up, would ya? Look at this jerk. More of me than ever. Boom! No skill shot. It was just business. You're always on my side. The team up nobody asked for.
Together to victory.
Go Deadpool, it's your birthday.
Oh, you
We need a hand and maybe a foot.
Let the devil.
Damn.
Boom! No skill shot.
Still a chance.
Can't do crap for that.
Double KO.
Game within a game. How meta. It's a
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
Take this loser out, would ya? In your face! Suck it, Logan! Look, they're healing me! Waited long enough! We doing this or what? How meta. I can't believe I get paid for this. Look at it! This officially makes us DFS Love that healing feeling. In your face! No kill shot! Your powers are mine! Look at all the weird words! You cannot... Nobody asked for! There's a route I can't do bonus damage. Grace us with any courage! Put a spring in my step. There's a route I can't do bonus damage. The team up nobody asked for! Love that healing feeling.
Alright, alright.
Pretty bad over here. In your face! You belong to me!
Damn.
Damn it!
Right when I got it on my camera.
My body's full. A game within a game. How meta.
There are far too many of them.
Let's get cozy.
You got it. Full power. Let's go.
Only 60 seconds left.
Guess who just showed their stupid faces? We make a killer team. Oh yeah, baby, that's the good stuff. My healing factor can't keep up. How about an assist? In your face! Boom! No kill shot! There's a route I can't do bonus damage.
Final 10 seconds.
Everyone's getting DP tonight.
GG.
Another epic victory. Big win.
GG's, yeah, man, GG's. Yeah, what the dog doing? Yes, sir, yes, sir. Almost there.
Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not judging.
My strategy? Die first and GG no heal. Duh.
I'm not a hero. I'm the Punisher.
I hope so.
I'll fight this war against crime until I fall.
Before you attack.
Just because he's a lord doesn't mean he's good, man. But hopefully he is. We'll see.
It will take more than light to solve our problems.
You're underestimating my light. That's okay. Happens all the time.
I'm not cold. I'm focused. There's a difference.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
My war against the surface world will have to wait. For now.
Heavy weapons.
A worthy foe. The wrath of Asgard.
I'm hit. Glad to help. Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
So long, turret. Battlefield
Mission area is yours.
Good. This is where I make my stand.
Oh no. Classic castle entrance.
Tandy needs to go over there. Good work.
Danger at your rear.
All that thunder for nothing for?
Raised in the open.
I'm good to go.
Control lost.
Damn.
I'll take a shield, sure.
I am here.
Damn.
Back for another tour. I'm hunkering down. Turret's low. I'm infantry. Battlefield ready again.
Whoever they are, they don't look friendly.
All right.
The Hunter team's capture progress is past the halfway point. Control seized.
What? How the hell did that get me? Oh, he was on the ground. I thought he was above us. That's bull crap, man.
You captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
The hell? That was crazy.
Spiders.
Maximum pulse! I'm hunkering down.
The area's almost yours.
I better make this count. Only cowards see shades of gray. I'm not a hero. I'm the Punisher.
Before you attack, get ready.
Final judgment is ready.
Peter, is it quick. The Master Weaver is not going to be thrilled with me for jumping around realities. The battle starts in
Yeah, no
5,
problem, man.
4,
Sounds
3,
good, man.
2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
A bad guy is a bad guy. No real difference between any of them.
Get ready. Here come the bad guys.
I'm good to go. I'm hunkering down.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Damn.
I'm hit. Cover me.
Back for another tour.
This is natural anger. Capture the mission area.
I'm good to go.
Wherever they are, they don't look friendly. We are undefeatable! Need assistance!
Out of sight! Heavy weapons.
You get a weapon! You get a weapon! You get a weapon!
Bullseye. Judge, jury, executioner! Enemy target located. Back for another tour.
Control seized!
Don't mind if I do.
Battlefield ready again.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger.
Hostiles up. Heavy weapons. Love.
Effective Nemo. You captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going. I'm hit. Cover me.
Enemy target located.
Sandy needs help.
Extended my deployment.
Control lost.
I'm good to go.
You get a weapon! You get a weapon! You get a weapon!
Extermination! Judge, jury, executioner!
No there yet. Going to overtime.
I'm opening a portal. Cover. Nice. Smokes.
Okay, I'm gonna go probably heals.
Only cowards. I'm not a hero. I'm the Punisher.
Oh, pick me! My strategy? It's Deadpool time, kiddos! Let's
The
go!
life force is building. 30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Peter, have you
I'm trying not to.
ever wondered if you're doing the right thing? You know, going...
My strategy? Die first and Gigi no heal. Duh.
Penny.
My strategy? Die first and Gigi no heal. Duh.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He can't.
All you need to
Dude,
do
he
is
can't see
capture the
that.
mission
It's the only
area.
squad.
Got it?
I don't think you can see that. You got to do the team
It took us a long
channel.
time to learn that our powers are related.
A shield? Don't mind if I do. Guys who just showed their stupid faces. Hands up, losers!
How refreshing.
They got me good!
Looks like the mission area is yours. Faster now.
A game within a game. How meta. Hands up, losers!
Mission area is yours.
Look at this. Boing. Here comes Deadpool! Boom! No skill shot! Deadpool with the assist. Go Deadpool! It's your birthday! Heads up, losers! Hell! Oh, I wanted a fire flower! Heads up, losers! Oh, yeah! Extermination! Maybe a foot! Heads up, losers!
By the eye of Agamotto!
Captured more than half of the mission area. Keep
All right.
going. Double KO.
Back? Thank goodness this book has pictures. More of me than ever.
Will be waiting.
You get a weapon! You get a weapon! You
We
get a
are
weapon!
undefeatable. Control lost.
Yeah, no, that was pretty surprising. I don't even use this one, but trying to get used to it.
Life force is in preparation.
Oh yeah, baby, that's a good shot.
I feel like
I got me good. I can use a hand, and maybe a foot. In your face. Hey, Jack! Someone clip this! In your face. Goodbye. I'll take this. Wasn't sure that no one else can.
Does the Lord Icon
Your team's capture progress is past the halfway point.
Lost that healing feeling. Mission area captured.
first. I Echo pushed solo ult me 4 times this game. He's had his ult 4 times.
Lord, I can't do bonus damage.
They got me good.
All right, man. GG's, bro.
Another epic victory! Big win!
All right, bro. Take care, Doodle Bob. Oh, I don't want to do that. Did I get my stuff? All right, y'all. I'm about to call it. You guys have a good one. Let's see here. I think I'm still watching the rival stuff. Yeah, I think I got the stuff. But yeah.
A little bit too confident towards Shiki's side. Attacks their